From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
This is long distance. Mr. Pat McCracken in Hartford, Connecticut is returning your call, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, thanks, operator. Put him on.
One moment, please.
Hello?
Hi, Pat.
Oh, Johnny. Hey, this message I found. Boy, I'm glad you called. Say, what under the sun are you doing in Los Angeles?
Just down here for a confab with Jack Johnstone. You know, the guy who dramatizes the cases I handle and puts them on the air?
Yeah. Give him my best.
And I just wondered if you had anything out here I can do before heading back to Hartford.
And if so, it'll give you a chance to put your travel charges on the expense account.
What else?
Well, Johnny, I got a wire from him just a few minutes ago. You contact Herb Schilling at the Greater Southwest Insurance Company right there in L.A.
Okay, will do.
And you can address your expense account to them.
Right.
Oh, Johnny?
Yeah?
Have you got a gun with you?
Sure, Pat. I always... Huh? Why do you ask that?
Well, judging by Herb's wire, Johnny, you may need it.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
A young lady by the name of Scheherazade kept her audience of one enthralled for 1,001 nights with one of the longest stories in history. That's a long time to devote to one chronicle, but some of CBS Radio's winning 7 weekday dramas have put that record in the shade, entertaining audiences in the millions with many times 1,001 days of continuing dramatic serials. Each weekday on the CBS Radio Network, there's a wealth of daytime drama, including such outstanding serials as The Romance of Helen Trent, The Couple Next Door, Ma Perkins, Whispering Streets, The Right to Happiness, The Second Mrs. Burton, and Young Dr. Malone. Monday through Friday, follow these absorbing, true-to-life stories. Only CBS Radio brings you the winning 7 combination of top daytime dramas. Another important reason for the different sound of this CBS radio station. And now, Act 1 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Greater Southwest Insurance Company, Los Angeles office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Winsome Widow matter. Expense account item 1, $1.40 for a taxi from my hotel in West L.A. to Greater Southwest Insurance at one of those big office buildings on Wilshire Boulevard's Miracle Mile. Herb Schilling almost fell off his chair when I barged in on him.
Dollar.
Hiya, Herbie.
Look, I know that some of those new jet flights are pretty fast, but I only sent that wire to Pat McCracken a couple of hours ago.
I didn't waste any time trying to make plane connections, Herb. Just flew out under my own power.
You're kidding, I know. But where were you when you got the word from McCracken?
Right here in your own fair city.
Oh, I wish I'd known that. Even those couple of hours could have been saved.
Oh? What's the big problem?
A little matter of a liquor store holdup. Only I'm afraid this one wasn't so little.
Then tell me all.
Yeah, sit down. Johnny, for some reason or another, these places that sell bottle goods are a pretty frequent target for stick-ups. Here in Los Angeles, there have been quite a few of them over the years.
I'm surprised you insure them.
And needless to say, premiums are pretty high. And at least so far as our company's concerned, the policies are somewhat limited. That is, insofar as maximum allowable coverage is concerned.
Makes sense.
On the whole, we've been pretty lucky. By that I mean we've had to pay off relatively few claims. But now in the case of Willie Lehman...
Who's Willie Lehman?
His store is out in West Los Angeles at 10921 Santa Monica Boulevard.
And that's only about a mile from where I'm staying.
And the old man opened up his place late in 1951.
Oh?
Yes, 61. Early in 1952, he had his first holdup. The bandits got away with something over $900. So he bought some insurance from us.
Well, go on.
Since then, there have been 7 more attempted stick-ups there.
A total of 8 in as many years, huh?
Yeah.
Then your company must be getting a bit tired of paying off.
No, because after the second time.
He know how to use it?
He certainly did. He had a lot of medals from some German outfit he was in during the last war. Anyhow, he suffered no more losses. That is, until last night.
Oh, how much?
In money?
What else?
Something like over $400 out of the cash register, as nearly as the police can figure from the register slip.
Well, couldn't Lehman tell you how much?
No. Because you see, Johnny, he also lost his life.
Oh. And I take it you wrote his life insurance, too.
That's right. $30,000.
I see.
Look, it's a little late in the day, but you want to go out there, check with the police?
Sure. I'll be in touch. Item 2, $50, deposit on a drive-your-own car. I passed up 10921 Santa Monica Boulevard and went right on out west to West L.A. Police Headquarters. There I ran down Sergeant Mike Kirby, who was covering the whole affair. Mike turned out to be a young, alert guy on the ball and completely cooperative.
That's right, Dollar. 8 times since he opened the place in 51. And that's way out of line.
Yeah, I should certainly think so.
And the last 3 stick-ups have been within the past 10 weeks.
Sergeant, my contact at the insurance company, Herb Schilling, tells me that Willie Lehman managed to fight off most of the bandits.
He told you right, Dollar. Lehman was not only a crack shot, but I guess he was pretty quick on the draw. It was only last month that he killed one of the 2 men that tried to hold him up.
2 men? What about the other?
I'm way ahead of you.
Huh?
We find that other man, we find the killer. Probably.
It seemed like a pretty safe bet. But look, Mike, if there were so many tries at this one place and so many all at once...
Stakeout?
Sure, somebody watching over the place.
We tried it. As long as we had somebody there, sitting in the back or working behind the counter or just watching from across the street, nothing happened. But the minute we took him away, bing, another hold-up try. Somehow they seemed to know whenever we had the place under surveillance.
And more important, when you didn't. Oh, what have you got to work on?
Oh, nothing but a couple of bullets, I'm afraid. Want to take a run over and look at the place?
Sure, Mike. Why not? The liquor store was closed, but there were lights on in the living quarters above it. We knocked a couple of times, but got no answer, so Mike used the key that he had. He and his men had been careful to leave things as they'd been at the time of the killing.
He was lying right there, Dollar, as though he'd come around the end of the counter.
Uh-huh. Near that door to the back room, huh?
Yeah. That door also leads upstairs to the apartment. He must have taken a couple of shots at the bandit. You see where the bottles were broken over on the shelf?
Yeah.
No bloodstains or anything. I guess he missed for once. But not the bandit. Caught him right in the heart, Johnny. Bullet went in at the right shoulder, then down through his heart and stopped against the lower left rib.
Of course, until you get a lab report on that bullet. Huh?
Well, it must be his wife. The wife, she didn't answer when we knocked on the door. Good evening, Mrs. Lehman.
Oh, no. Are you here again? Gee, Sergeant, do you have to come around at all hours?
Oops. Hold everything. Lehman had been 61, but his wife, Gloria, couldn't have been more than 30. Tall, dark, she was obviously very proud of her highly commendable figure. Yeah, and she was pretty. That is, almost. Maybe it was just a little too much makeup, especially around the eyes that she knew how to use so well. A little bell had rung in the back of my head. Yeah. And since I'd noticed a phone booth at the gas station next door, item 3, 10 cents for a call.
Johnny.
That's right, Herb, and I'm sorry to call you at home.
That's all right, Johnny.
But there's one thing I forgot to ask you about when I talked to you.
Yeah, what's that?
Who's the beneficiary of old man Lehman's life insurance?
Why, his wife, Gloria, Johnny.
Thank you, Herb Schilling.
Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. When Fidel Castro was biding his time in a remote fastness in Cuba, only a network like the CBS radio network had the equipment and manpower to go in and bring out the background of his revolutionary movement, his own words on what was to come and how it would come about. When major news breaks anywhere in the world, only a network like CBS radio has correspondents on the scene or within short range. Only news like CBS News is global in scope and is up to the minute as a direct report from on the scene. That's why millions prefer CBS News on CBS Radio and its affiliated stations to every other reporting medium for speed, for accuracy. Remember, when the story's big, only a news-gathering force like ours can scoop it up and send it slicing through space to your set, packaged for immediate delivery. Get it first, and get it right. Make CBS News on CBS Radio your listening post on the world. And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Winsome Widow Matter.
After the phone call to Herb Schilling, I went back into the liquor store where Sergeant Mike Kirby was still talking to Lehman's widow, Gloria.
You mean you don't plan to reopen the store at all, Mrs. Lehman?
Not if I can help it. I'll sell this dump to the first person I find has enough money to buy it.
And then what, Mrs. Lehman?
Why don't you call me Gloria, huh? Everybody else does. And who are you, anyway, Johnny? You aren't a cop, and you don't look like a dick.
Well, thanks.
Mr. Dollar's here because of the insurance involved.
From the insurance company?
That's right.
Well, listen, Willie had some insurance.
I know.
I mean, on himself, as well as the store. I don't know how much it is, but he promised me that he'd buy some.
It was your idea that he insure his life?
Sure, an old guy like him. I figured he'd up and die sometime while I was still young and beautiful, so why shouldn't I let him provide something for my future, like they say? Or whoever thought he was going to die as soon as this?
Whoever planned and carried out his murder?
You mean somebody planned to kill him this way?
Just where were you when it happened, Gloria?
I was upstairs in bed, asleep. Look, I've told the cops all about
Well,
it.
you must have heard the shooting.
I'll say I did.
And what did you do?
I put on a robe and come running down here. Well, I see the cash register open and poor old Willie laying there. And when I see that he's dead, I phone the police.
You didn't see anybody else down here?
Well, by the time I got here, whoever did it was gone.
You don't seem at all upset over your husband's murder.
Now, you want me to put on an act? Don't you know that he was twice as old as I am?
Then why did you marry him?
Well, you know how it is. A chance to settle down and let somebody else support you for a change. Made him happy to have me around, and I guess I liked it okay, too, for a while. But, gee, what a bore. All he did was talk about getting enough money to go back to the old country. Well, who wants to go back to any old country when you can have such a ball in this one? I know I always have, even when I was married to old Willie. Of course, he just didn't always know where I was half the time. Well, don't you like having fun, Johnny? Huh? I mean, with people more like your own age, huh? How old are you, Johnny? Now, don't answer it. Now, don't answer it. The place is closed.
Well, it might be for me, Mrs. Lehman.
Oh, yeah.
Kirby. Yeah?
And listen, Johnny,
Oh.
if you can get me that
Sure.
insurance money in a hurry, well,
Yeah, good.
I'll want
tell
you
you what
to
he
know
found?
I appreciate it.
Gloria, how long ago were you married to
Okay.
Willie Lehman?
Last September.
Yeah.
Oh?
Now, why do you say it that way? I
Okay,
told
I'll
you,
go on
Johnny,
back
I
to the
married the
station.
old man so he could take care of me.
Excuse me, Johnny. I got to get back to headquarters. Ballistics downtown is sending up a report on the bullets we found.
Oh, good.
Also, Bob Golden picked up a bum in a saloon, and it looks like he's the one that did this job.
They picked up the guy that killed Willie?
Looks like it. You want to come with me, Johnny? Well, do you or don't you?
Yeah, Mike. I'll go along with you.
I told all those other cops. I'm the guy that heisted the dough out of Lehman's Liquors last night.
Then you shot and killed him, Benny.
Oh, no. No, I tell you, I didn't do it. That's the truth. So help me, that's the truth.
Are you trying to say somebody else went in there and shot him after you left, Benny?
Well, I don't know.
There was no reason if you'd already taken his money.
But I don't know. How should I know? You think I stuck around there after I got his dough?
How many shots did you fire at him, Benny?
How many shots? Why, I didn't fire none. You saw that gun the cops took off of me. It was made of rubber. That's all it was. It was made of rubber. If I hadn't got stupid and gone out and got drunk and showed it to somebody and told them how I got away with the money from that liquor store with it, you think these dumb cops had ever got wise to me?
You didn't fire a single shot?
How could I? I wave my rubber gun at him. He reaches under the counter. He comes up empty, so he gives me the dough and I leave.
You're lying, Benny.
You make a paraffin test, Mike.
Yeah, and I think this is the result of it. Well, Conroy?
The paraffin test was negative, Sergeant. No sign of powder on either of his hands. Also, Sergeant...
There, you see? I told you I never had no real gun.
all right, Benny.
I told you all I did was rob that joint, so
Shut
what
up,
do you want me
Benny.
to
Shut
do?
up. Yeah, Conroy?
Also, Sergeant, here's the report from downtown on the bullets from Ballistics.
Good, let me have them.
And also, they returned that gun of Mr. Lehman's that they found beside his body. There's no prints at all on it. Now,
Johnny.
is there anything else?
Take a look at this.
Yeah?
Conroy,
Yes.
get this bum out of here. Lock him up upstairs.
Yes, sir. Come on, Betty.
You wise guys can't pin no murder rap on me. You wait till I get a lawyer.
Oh, yeah, we'll wait.
What's it say, Mike?
Listen, the bullet that killed Willie Lehman and the bullets we pulled out of the wall of that store.
Well?
Johnny, they all came from Lehman's own gun.
Well, how about that?
In other words, with the help of that phony rubber pistol, Benny somehow got Lehman's gun away from him. Maybe Lehman had already pulled off a couple of shots and missed, but the one that killed him...
Oh, yeah. The paraffin test showed no powder on Benny's hands.
Then he must have worn gloves. He must have killed Lehman.
You want to bet?
Then who did?
Well, first, I think I'd better get some proof.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Be sociable, look smart, keep up to date with Pepsi, drink light, refreshing Pepsi, stay young and fair and debonair, be sociable, have a Pepsi.
When friends drop in, let your hospitality show you're sociable in the modern manner. Pepsi, you know, is the favorite of the smart and young at heart.
Be sociable, look smart, keep up to date with Pepsi, drink light, refreshing Pepsi, stay young and fair and debonair, be sociable, have a Pepsi.
Have you tried a Pepsi lately?
Now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Listen, Mike, you're overlooking one thing.
Like what, Johnny?
That Benny's a shaky old bum, a wino. Suppose he'd gone into that liquor store with a real gun instead of that phony little rubber one you boys found on him.
Well?
You think for a minute he could have stood up against a crack shot like you say Lehman was?
Well, now, that's
Of course
beside...
not. Now, could he get Lehman's gun away from him and kill him with it? Ever since he kept the gun in that store, not a single holdup man has got the better of him. He even killed one of them a month ago.
That's very true.
All right. Now, I think I can get your killer for you. Only you have to let me get her my own way.
Her?
That's right.
You mean Lehman's wife, Gloria?
That's right.
Johnny, I thought of her, too. Motive, opportunity, everything. But proof.
Let me handle it my own way.
But if she didn't do
If I'm wrong, it won't be any reflection on you, on your record.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Okay, we'll take my car. And you gotta promise me one thing.
What's that?
That you'll stay outside, that you won't make any move until I ask you to, no matter what happens.
Well, now, Johnny...
Otherwise, you can try hauling her in yourself. But, of course, if you're wrong about her.
Okay, Johnny, let's go.
I'm glad you came along, Johnny. I'm getting awful tired of having all those cops around here.
All right, listen, Gloria.
And you are going to get that $30,000 insurance money for me in a hurry, aren't you? You know how long it'll take for me to get the rest of his stuff here in this state. A guy dies, it's sometimes a couple of years before they... What's the matter, Johnny?
30,000, huh?
What?
I thought you didn't know the amount of that insurance.
Well, Johnny...
Gloria, the only recent attempts at a holdup were made between the times the cops had a stakeout here, right?
Yes, that's right, Johnny.
Then
but
somebody must have passed the word around when everything was clear.
You think so? Gee, that's...
Yeah, and I also think that the only people who knew when the police weren't here were you and your husband.
Well, you don't think he'd go around blabbing it?
No, I don't.
Well, then... Now, wait a minute, Johnny Dollar.
Don't get your back hair up, Gloria, not yet.
What?
Your husband was good enough with a gun to have thwarted 7 robbery attempts in a row.
That's right.
So I think he could have prevented his own murder. if he'd had his gun last night.
Well, of course he had it. They found it laying next to his body.
Somebody was glad to see these holdups, these attempts anyway, because it provided a perfect excuse to kill him.
Now, listen,
he
Johnny.
kept the gun under the counter, didn't he?
Sure. Right here, under the register.
Okay. I'm going to put my gun there.
What are you up to, Johnny?
Get behind the counter a minute. About where he'd stand when a customer came in.
Well, sure. Right about here.
So last night, a man came in and he stood about here. He pulled a toy gun out of his pocket, demanded the money in the register.
What is this?
What would your husband have done? Well?
Grab the gun. Like this.
You're pointing that right at me, you know.
That's what he would have done.
But there was no gun there last night, because you had taken it. And when the bandits left, you were standing up on the stairs, there at the back. You'd come down from your apartment.
What are you talking about?
The bullet that killed him went from his right shoulder down to his heart, down to the lower ribs, because you were up on the stairs when you shot him. Then you fired a couple of shots into the wall and you called the police.
To prove that, Johnny, enough for the cops?
When I tell them, Gloria...
But you won't, Johnny, because it happened just the way you said. But you're never going to tell them.
Gloria!
Too late, Johnny. No! You took the bullets out! You tricked me! You tricked me!
That's right, Gloria.
Dirty, double-crossing! You lying cheat!
You happy, Sergeant? Pretty obvious, I guess, right from the beginning. But as I said, getting proof, or in this case, a confession, isn't always so easy. Anyhow, expense account total, including mileage on the rental car and the trip back to Hartford, I'll call it $250 even. Okay? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment.
Can you get premium gasoline performance at regular gasoline price? Find out what so many other car owners have found. In 3 out of 5 cars, regular priced Sinclair Dyno gasoline matches performance of premium gasolines, saves you up to 4 cents a gallon. Almost anywhere you see the Sinclair sign, you can save up to 4 cents a gallon with Dyno and still get premium performance and mileage. Drive with care and buy Sinclair Dyno gasoline. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Fred Hendrickson. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Jackson Beck, Joseph Julian, Jack Grimes, Bob Maxwell, and Peter Fernandez. Music supervision by Ethel Huber. Sound patterns by Walter Otto. Tomorrow begins a new week's hilarity with Arthur Godfrey Time on the CBS Radio Network.
Johnny Dollar.
Monsieur Dollar, you will be amazed. You will be thrilled.
Yeah, well, I think I've had all the thrills I need here in Paris. And who are you?
I, monsieur, am the night clerk here in the hotel.
Oh, well, what's all the excitement about?
Monsieur Dollar, I have the telephone call for you. And, monsieur?
Yeah.
It is wonderful. It is the long distance. It is the transatlantic.
A transatlantic call.
From the, what you call the United States.
Well, bully for you.
But across the ocean. It must be the most important.
Yeah, well, put them on and we'll see.
Oui, monsieur.
Hello?
Johnny?
That's right.
George Reed here.
Well, George. All right, clerk, you can get off the line now.
What, Johnny?
You hear me? Clerk?
But, monsieur.
Come on, hang up.
Very well, monsieur.
Now, George, you get my cable report on the Olney jewels?
Yes, you did a great job in spite of all the money you threw around. I mean what you gave that man de Marsac. But listen, I'm glad I caught you before you left.
I'm flying on back tonight. See you in Hartford in the morning.
No.
What?
Contact Mr. Maurice Rigaud there at our Paris office.
Oh, what about? Getting those jewels back to America?
No, that's all taken care of. But in talking with him a minute ago, I happened to mention that you're there, so he wants you to stay around and see if you can help locate a Cellini medallion.
Cellini, the famous Italian artist?
Yes, and the medallion was stolen from the galleries of the Louvre 2 or 3 weeks ago. Priceless, so it has to be found and returned to them.
Well, I'll do what I can, George.
Good. Now contact this man Rigaud at our office there immediately.
Contact Rigaud, huh?
That's right. But why do you say it that way?
Because maybe I won't bother him.
What?
George, maybe I've got a better idea.
CBS Radio brings you Bob Bailey in the intriguing adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Floyd's of England, North American office. Or maybe it's the Paris office. We'll see. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Embarcadero matter. Expense account item 1, a few francs. Call it 10 cents American for a telephone call. Not to Rigaud at Floyd's of England, but to my old underworld contact, Louis de Marsac. The strange little character who calls himself the Grey Cat.
Oui, Monsieur Dollar. C'est la Chagrie. Your most loyal, most faithful friend.
Yeah, I'm sure. Are you living it up on that money I gave you for locating the Olney jewels for me?
Alas, monsieur, I have been most unfortunate. Only one small, what you call investment. And now...
Easy come, easy go, huh?
Oui, the 5,000 is gone. And I was so sure of this one.
What kind of an investment, de Marsac?
Well, even you would have been attracted. Oh, she was young. She was so beautiful.
She? Oh, no.
Oh, that Marcel. How could such a lovely vision deceive me so? Oh, I'm crushed, a man without hope. And monsieur...
Yeah?
I'm also very, what you call, broke.
Uh-huh. Think $100 might help to raise your spirits?
$500? Oh, oui, monsieur. But for what?
100. For some information about what happened to the Cellini medallion.
Oui, stolen from the Louvre.
Oh, you know about it then?
But of course.
You know where it is?
No. But for you, mon ami, I will somehow find out.
Good.
But it may be dangerous, monsieur. The people I will have to see, the cutthroats, I will have to pay for the information. But for you and the $400 you have promised me.
Okay, $150. Want to call me when you've got the dough for me?
No, if I bring the information to you, I can then collect for it right away. 200?
I'll wait to hear from you. Okay, now, George, don't flip your lid over some more money for de Marsac. After all, he knows more about what goes on in the Paris underworld than any other man alive. And if in a day or two he can come up with the information I need, I'll put it this way. He saved the company a lot of time and money in the past, and I'm sure he can do it again. Also, if his poking around is as dangerous as he seems to... Yeah? Well, come in. De Marsac.
Oh, oui, monsieur. De Chagrie. Oh, the dangerous mission you sent me on is a fait accompli.
But I only talked to you on the phone about an hour ago.
I've wasted no time. You have the $300 for me?
$150. You have the information?
Oui, the Cellini medallion.
Well?
Well, it's on the way to your own country.
On the way? How?
Hidden away in a case of wine aboard the ship, the Klemper Hall, out of Le Havre.
The Klemper Hall, huh? Destination?
San Francisco.
Now, when's it due to arrive there?
Late tomorrow night. The cargo is many cases of wine. Yes, bottles of wine. The medallion is hidden away in one of them.
You're sure of all this, de Marsac?
But of course, mon ami.
Because if I fly all the way to San Francisco and find out you're giving me a wrong steer...
Oh, no. How can you, my oldest, my dearest...
Yeah, sure. Now, this means that someone over there is going to have to pick it up.
Oui, at the warehouse at the pier. And Monsieur Frank Gestel.
Gestel?
You know?
If he's the one I'm thinking of. A fence who used to operate in New York? But they can never pin anything on him?
It must be the same.
But in the shipload of wine, how'll he know which case has the Cellini medallion in it?
Ah, by this mark, mon ami.
Yeah?
So.
A tiny circle, yeah? With a Maltese cross in it.
Oui, like so.
Okay, de Marsac. I better pack up and catch a plane back to the States.
Mon ami.
Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. Here you are. 50, 100, 150.
Oh, so such a dangerous...
Okay. 170, 90, 200.
Ah, merci. Merci beaucoup. Bon voyage. Oh, success.
Wait a minute.
Hein?
You dug up an awful lot of information in a very short time, de Marsac. Even about that mark on the case of wine.
Oh, but of course, monsieur. You see, I put it there myself.
You what?
Oui, when I helped my friends to smuggle the medallion aboard the ship.
Expense account item 2 is the couple of $100 to de Marsac for the information about the stolen Cellini medallion. Item 3, $92 American for my hotel there in Paris, and a taxi out to Orly. Item 4, $5.99 even plane fare, Paris to New York to San Francisco, and a taxi to my favorite hotel, the Huntington, up on Nob Hill. A pea soup fog had settled over the city, and the driver had to practically feel his way the last couple of blocks. By the time I'd cleaned up and changed my clothes, it was late, and I was hungry. And after the long plane trip, I was glad for a chance to walk over to the Fleur de Lis on Sutter Street. Cocktails and a rare good dinner ran up item 5, $11 even. Then I started back to the Huntington, again on foot. I say I started. It was late, remember, and dark. Not many people on the streets. And suddenly I was conscious of someone behind me, slowly catching up with me. In the fog, he was only a shadow, but I was sure he was following me. I slipped out my gun under my coat and slowed my pace. All right, brother, what? Huh?
Yeah. Hi, Johnny.
Smokey Sullivan.
Yeah.
Well, what under the... How are you, Smokey?
I thought that was you coming out of that Fleur de Lis. Hadn't you better put that back in your coat, huh?
Oh, yeah, sure. Hey, listen, you're just the man I want to see.
Yeah?
Yeah. And if you can dig up some information for me about somebody, I'll make it worth your while.
You're real good to me, Johnny. I'll do anything I can. And listen.
Yeah?
I don't know why you're out here this time, and maybe this ain't got nothing to do with it.
What's that, Smokey?
I've been hanging around the docks the last couple of days, down to the Embarcadero.
Doing a little honest work for a change?
Yeah. I'm real clean now, Johnny. I've been going straight.
That's the stuff.
But I know how to keep my eyes open. You know what's going on down there?
What?
Smuggling, Johnny. There's a lot of smuggling all the time. You know what I mean?
Keep talking, Smokey.
Yeah. Well, most of it comes in from Japan and China, places like that. It's the boys on the boats bringing stuff in.
Oh, well, what I'm interested in...
Narcotics, Johnny. Mostly heroin, stuff like that.
Yeah, well, now, Smokey, when you get any info about that kind of stuff coming in, you tip off the Treasury boys, the narcotics division.
Me, Johnny? Me go to the cops?
You mean because of your past record?
Yeah, they wouldn't believe me, Johnny. That's the trouble with going legit. I mean, the kind of guy I was.
Don't ever kid yourself. I don't want to lecture you, Smokey, but believe me, it's the best way in the world for you to make up for some of the things you've done in the past. Look what you've done in helping me.
Yeah, I know. And it was you got me going straight. But don't you see, if anybody was to find out that I was informed...
Don't worry. The Treasury boys will never talk.
Okay, Johnny.
But now the man I'm interested in...
But now, like I was going to tell you...
Smokey, listen.
Like I said, most of the stuff is from the Orient. But down there to the docks, a couple of nights running now. Well, Johnny, you ever hear of Frankie Gerstel?
Are you kidding? That's the man I was going to... You mean the one who used to be a fence back in New York?
Yeah. Long time ago, I done a couple of jobs for him. That was before, you know.
You've seen Gerstel around here?
Down to the Embarcadero.
Sure. Waiting for the Klemper Hall to pull in from Europe.
The Klemper Hall, Johnny?
Yeah.
With a cargo of French wine?
Yeah, that's it. How do you know?
I helped unload her.
You what?
Yeah, come in ahead of time, early this morning.
And I got here too late.
Huh?
Or maybe I haven't. Come on, let's get on down to the Embarcadero. Item 6, $1.50 for a taxi. Pier 93, where the Klemper Hall was berthed, was dark. Except, that is, for a dim light in the office on the street side. Back in the huge warehouse, extending out over the waters of the bay, there wasn't even a glow from a nightlight.
Sure funny, Johnny. They're not having some kind of a light in the warehouse.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out about that from the watchman there in the office, if we can wake him up.
Yeah. Sleeping on a job like that, why, you...
Hey, watchman. Watchman, come on, open up.
Johnny.
Yeah, I see. Come on, Smokey, give me a... Here we go now. All right, wake up, mister. Come on, I said wake up.
Yeah, Johnny. He's asleep, all right. For good.
Fog-shrouded San Francisco, or the Embarcadero at night. There in the little office on the shore end of Pier 93, we found the watchman. Found him dead, with a bullet in the back of his head. Which meant that in all probability, Frankie Gerstel had gotten there before us. Had already taken the Cellini medallion out of its hiding place. Or was it still there, one of the cases of wine, stacked up in the warehouse in the long, dark pier? There was only one way to find out.
Oh, we better get out of here, Johnny. If the cops come around and find this watchman laying here dead, even with Johnny Dollar to explain
Reach up and pull off that light, will you?
But, Johnny...
All right, here, I'll do it.
But, look, don't you see, if the cops come around, they see this office dark.
Yeah, we got to chance it. Now, if this watchman had a flashlight on him...
Yeah, in the side pocket of his coat.
Side pocket. Yeah, here it is.
What are you going to do, Johnny?
I'm going back into that warehouse.
But, Johnny, don't you see, if you put on the lights back there...
That's why I've got this flashlight. I've got to locate a case of wine in there with a peculiar mark on it.
Well, something else in that case?
A priceless medallion that was stolen from the Louvre. It was smuggled in so Gerstel could pick it up.
But if he's already been in here and taken it...
Well, I gotta make sure. Now, you wait right here.
Johnny, if a prowl car comes down the street...
Okay, shove the watchman's body under the desk. Turn the light on again and sit there in that chair with your hat pulled down over your face. If a prowl car comes along, wave to it.
Whatever you say, Johnny.
If anybody else comes along, tries to get in here, yell bloody murder and get out the best way you can. Now, I'm going back in the warehouse. And don't switch on the lights in there.
But be careful, Johnny.
Yeah. The light in the office, when Smokey turned it on again, made only a thin yellow line beneath the sliding door. It showed me nothing. It seemed only to accentuate the gloomy darkness of the huge warehouse. Cautiously, I felt my way to a pile of crates, stuck my head around the corner of it, and flicked on the flashlight for a moment to get the lay of the land. Bales, crates, packing boxes, and barrels filled the place. The cargo of the Klemper Hall. And there, at the far end, were the cases of wine I was looking for, hundreds of them. After mentally plotting a course through the mass of shipping, I turned off the flashlight and worked my way back to them in the darkness. Finally reached them. Yeah, when I tilted one of them, it gurgled slightly. I was about to flick on the light again when I realized that if Frankie had come here, if he'd killed the guard but hadn't left, yet somehow I had to find the case with the identifying mark on it. I put on the light again. And there in front of me was a case that someone had pried open. The cinch bar was lying beside it. On one corner was the mark that... Someone. I heard someone else in there. Behind me. Behind one of the packing cases I'd felt my way around in the dark. I heard him again. So I picked up the cinch bar. And I waited. Then... Holy... At least I'd seen the flash of the gun. But again, I waited.
Give up, Dollar. I've been here over an hour. I can see in here, but you can't.
Now? Well, I can see the flash of your gun.
You see what I mean? Dollar?
Just keep on talking, Frankie.
What? What'd you say? Dollar.
Cinch bar. All right, here, Frankie.
Now, that's a stupid trick.
Too close. No, wait. Hey, your last shot, wasn't it, Frankie? Yeah. Hey, Smokey. Okay, Smokey, come out here in the warehouse. Turn on the lights and we'll...
Didn't figure I had two guns, did you, Dolly? But you haven't. Not now. You're through. And by the time you can reload... Yeah, Smokey, put on the lights. I can use them now.
No, Smokey, no.
That's right. And leave them on. And, Dollar, I'm going to dig you out from behind those crates and kill you. You hear me, Dollar? You can't get away. Yeah, because now I see you. So I pull this trigger. Oh!
Smokey.
Johnny, I took the gun off the dead watchman. Are you all right, Johnny?
Yeah.
Are you all right?
Yeah, sure I am. You saved my life, Smokey, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome, Johnny. But listen, the cops are coming.
Yeah, I hear them.
Well, Johnny...
Stop worrying, Smokey.
But don't you see...
You're on their side now, remember?
But if they... Yeah, I guess I am.
Sure. The Cellini medallion in Frankie's pocket. It was pretty obvious that he'd killed the watchman, taken the medallion out of the wine case and was about to leave when Wheat showed up. Smokey's shot had killed him. Had Smokey a bit worried, too, when the police barged in on us. But now he's a public hero. Oh, sure, there'll have to be some kind of a hearing on the whole affair. My deposition's already in. But Smokey's really in the clear. As for the couple of $100 I gave him, well, forget it, George. It came out of my own pocket. So, expense account total, including the trip home, $1,174 even. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Instead, let me say hi to 3 new CBS affiliates. They're KAAB in Hot Springs, Arkansas, WRIG in Wausau, Wisconsin, and WOMI in Owensburg, Kentucky. Welcome to CBS Radio. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Forrest Lewis, Vic Perrin, G. Stanley Jones, Tony Barrett, and Frank Gerstle. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking. This is the CBS Radio Network.
Johnny Dollar.
Hi, Johnny. This is Bob Baker at Surety Mutual Insurance Limited.
Over there in dear old Boston, Mass?
Yeah, that's right.
How are you, Bake? It's been a long time.
Yeah, I know.
What's on your mind? And I hope it's something that'll earn me a nice fat commission.
Well, as a matter of fact, there's a chance you just might clean up on this one.
Oh?
You ever hear of the Ivy Emerald?
Nope.
Well, you should have. Happens to be one of the biggest chunks of that green stuff that was ever polished and put in a setting.
Bake, the only green stuff I'm interested
Yeah, I
in.
know. The folding kind.
That's right. Now tell me, what's happened to this Ivy Emerald?
What's your guess? And listen, Johnny.
Yeah.
Unless you can find out who stole it and get it back for us, and before it can be chopped up into little ones, I hope.
How much? The insurance on it, I mean.
$625,000.
Wahoo.
Yeah. You want to come over here and talk about it?
I'm on the way.
The CBS Radio Network brings you Mandel Kramer in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Surety Mutual Insurance Limited, Boston office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Ivy Emerald matter. Expense account item 1 is $6 cab fare to Bradley Field. Item 2, $10.90 plane fare. After landing at Logan International, item 3 is $2.25 for a taxi into Bob Baker's office on Boylston Street.
Sit down, Johnny. I'll tell you what I know.
Okay, Bake, go ahead.
Well, first of all, I'm surprised you weren't familiar with that Ivy Emerald. It was all over the magazine, picture magazine, a couple of years ago. You know, when some big Middle Eastern potentate tried to pry it loose from our client.
What's the name of the client, Bake?
Mrs. Oscar B. Sterlingwaite. Emily Sterlingwaite, a rich old widow lady.
Mm-hmm. And why the name Ivy Emerald?
Because of the mounting. It's a brooch of solid gold in the shape of a Boston ivy.
I see.
Old Emily has a collection, mostly of diamonds worth literally millions. Only the emerald was taken, however.
Taken from where, Bake?
A wall safe in her home, where she put it last night after wearing it to some charity ball.
Mm-hmm. Was it a nitro job?
No. It was opened in the usual, proper fashion, by means of a dial.
And her diamond collection was also in that safe?
No, only paste copies of some of the diamond stuff for casual wear. Ordinarily, she keeps her important jewelry in a bank vault. But having worn this piece the night before...
I see. In other words, whoever took it either knew beforehand the diamonds were only paste, or simply recognized them as such, and that's the reason he didn't bother with them.
Right.
Well, the chances are then he's an expert.
Right.
Who else knows the combination of the safe?
Well, she's the only one.
You sure of that?
Well, she swears to it. If she were to die without telling it to somebody else, the only way to get in would be to blast.
Apparently somebody has. So she isn't the only one who knows the combination.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. But she's absolutely certain she's never told it to anyone.
A good stethoscope will pick up the sound of the tumblers dropping, Dick.
No. This box has an oil-dampened movement, the quietest type there is. Made especially for her by the Darlington Safe Company right here in Boston.
Darlington? Well, maybe that's the answer.
Oh? How do you mean?
Let me have her address, will you, Bake?
Oh, sure. But what did you mean about maybe that's the answer? Do you know old man Darlington?
No, never heard of him before, or his company.
Yeah, well, I do know him. And if you think that Darlington, who personally codes all the boxes they put out, would be the only one with access to the records of the combinations that he sold, if you think that he could possibly...
Bake, my boy, let's wait and see. Item 4 is the usual $50 deposit on a rental car. And a few minutes later, I was in the Beacon Hill section of town, a block or so north of Commonwealth Avenue. Mrs. Emily Sterlingwaite's home was one of the fine, old, beautifully kept mansions that dot that exclusive, expensive residential area. The front door was opened for me by a uniformed butler. Since Bob had phoned to her that I'd be along, she was waiting for me in the mahogany-paneled library.
Because it's in here that I have the wall safe, Mr. Dollar, cleverly hidden behind a movable panel.
May I see it, Mrs. Sterlingwaite?
Of course you may. It's right over here. Do you see I pressed against the molding here?
Mm-hmm.
And here?
Mm-hmm.
And the panel slides away. And here is the safe.
Oh, that is well hidden.
Mr. Darlington himself supervised the installation of it a long time ago when he and I were quite young and he was calling on me.
Oh?
But then, of course, I married Oscar.
I see.
Yes, Harry Darlington, dear boy, was one of my most faithful admirers.
Now, the size of the dial here on the safe.
Well, that's because of my eyes.
You have very attractive eyes, Mrs. Sterlingwaite.
Well, thank you, Mr. Dollar. You're very sweet. They've always been one of my better points, even as a young girl. The only trouble is I don't see very well. I never have. And that's why Harry, bless his understanding heart, made the dial so large for me. I don't usually tell that to people, though.
I'll never mention it to a soul.
Oh, thank you.
Now, who else knows about the safe in here?
Since Oscar died, no one but myself and, of course, Hendricks.
Hendricks?
The butler.
The butler,
But good heavens, Mr. Dollar, you couldn't suspect him.
Couldn't I?
Well, you saw him.
Yes, and I must admit that he doesn't look the type.
What's more, he's been with me ever since I was, for nearly 40 years.
Does he know the combination of it?
No, no one does but me.
Well, yet somehow, somebody... Mrs. Stillingwaite.
Yes?
Have any servants left you recently?
Only a chauffeur.
Oh, when?
Oh, about a month ago. That was Arnold. Arnold Bixby, I believe. Why?
Well, this may be shooting in the dark, but do you by any chance have a picture of him?
Why, yes, I do have. The one that little Evelyn, my niece, took with the camera I gave her for Christmas. It should be right here in... Yes, here it is.
Good.
Here, Mr. Dollar. Evelyn was quite taken with him, and he was such a very nice young... Oh. What is it, Mr. Dollar?
No wonder.
Yes?
I don't recall that name.
Arnold Bixby?
Of course, it may have been a phony.
A phony?
But I'm sure I've run across this man somewhere in the course of one of my investigations.
Oh, no, really. But he was so nice. And Mr. Dollar,
Yes.
how could he possibly have learned the combination of the safe?
Would you like me to show you, Mrs. Stillingwaite? Would you like me to open it for you?
You? You think you can?
I think I can.
But how? Harry Darlington absolutely guaranteed that no safe cracker could do it by listening to the combination or anything like that.
No doubt he did, Mrs. Stillingwaite. Now, look.
Yes?
I'm going to leave the room. While I'm out, with those big double doors closed behind me, you open the safe. Will you do that, please?
Very well, if you like.
All right, then. I'll leave you alone.
But if the combination can't be heard, even with delicate instruments...
As soon as I've closed this door, you go ahead. Now. I waited outside the door then for perhaps a minute, maybe less than a minute. Then...
Mr. Dollar? It's open now, Mr. Dollar.
Good.
What?
I said good.
Oh.
Now close it again and give the dial a couple of extra spins.
Very well. There. It's closed and locked again.
All right.
And you really think you can open it now?
I'm sure of it. Let's see now. 2 right to 36.
How did you know?
Oh, this is a quiet one. Now, 3 left. Stop on 14.
You're right.
There we are. Now, 1 full turn past 14 to... Yes, there we are. Wide open.
But I don't understand.
This oversized dial and the big numbers on it.
Even so...
There's a crack between those doors nearly 1/4 of an inch wide, and you stood away from this, Mrs. Stillingwaite, a full arm's length.
Because of my poor eyesight.
I could have seen how you turned this dial from nearly twice that distance.
I see.
So that chauffeur, or anybody else in this house, could have learned the combination just as easily as I did. Arnold Bixby, you said?
Yes, but now he's gone, and I don't know where. And if he is the one, Mr. Dollar...
Well, it's only a guess.
But it happened last night. And if he was smart enough to have done what you did, with all the aeroplanes and things these days, oh dear, he could be far, far away.
Or if he's real smart, he'll stick around long enough to have the emerald taken out of its mounting and broken up.
That beautiful stone.
Carefully done by an expert who would only do enough to destroy its identity without fracturing the main body of the
But
gem.
to break up that lovely...
Mrs. Stillingwaite.
Yes.
You have notified the police, haven't you?
Yes, there's a fine, handsome young Sergeant Willoughby in charge.
Good. And the first thing for me to do is... No, maybe I have a better idea. Let's see now. 3 possibilities so far. As always, in a case of this kind, Mrs. Stillingwaite herself. Of course, there was nothing to indicate that she was the type to use a trick like that. Second, of course, was the ex-chauffeur whose picture was familiar to me, but only vaguely so. And from where? He might have to find out more about. And finally, there was Darlington. But then in the office of his little safe company, when I met Mrs. Stillingwaite's dear Harry Darlington, well, I'm afraid any suspicion of him promptly vanished into thin air. His honest distress couldn't possibly have been faked.
Oh, just terrible, Mr. Dollars, just terrible. She always loved her jewels so much, you know, and especially the emerald. Oh, and to think that one of my own safes made with such loving care betrayed her trust in me, in spite of my devotion to her over all these years. Oh, dear, I fear that I shall never be able to face up to her again. Poor, dear, sweet little girl. I've let her down. She'll never forgive me.
Now, Mr. Darlington, from what she told me about you and her feelings about you, I think she would like nothing better than to have you right there to comfort her.
You really think so, Mr. Dollar? You think she'd be willing to see me again after this?
I do indeed. Why don't you call her up and see?
Yes. Yes, I shall.
But first...
If I can be of some small comfort to Emily...
But first, Mr. Darlington, I want you to take a good look at this picture.
Yes?
Picture of this chauffeur she had.
This man? Emily's chauffeur?
You know him?
Well, he was employed here in my plant for a while, almost a year ago. His name was Roger Gove.
Roger Gove? Then it would appear that Arnold Bixby was merely an alias.
What's that?
Oh, nothing. I'm sorry. Go on, please.
Well, he was only a truck driver and a loader, but I just didn't like him. I'm a splendid judge of character, you see.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
Yes. And when I found him here in my private office one day, when I'd stepped out for a minute...
Wait just one moment. That safe, there in the corner.
Yes, sir.
Is that by any chance where you keep a record of combinations of other safes that you have built over the years?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Well, then that's where he got it.
But he could only have been in here a minute or so.
For a man who knew what he was after, that could have been long enough. Thank you, Mr. Darlington. Thank you very much.
But wait.
Yes?
This safe was locked when he was in here.
You sure of that?
I'm quite sure.
Only quite sure. So maybe that's the way he found out. Maybe it was the same way I did. At any rate, I think he's our man.
Well, now, Mr. Dollar...
I'll see you later. As for what happened next, the way things just kind of fell into place, well, you can call it coincidence if you like, but it wasn't. No, it was simply a matter of knowing which way to turn. In this case, it was to an old friend, an ex-convict, an ex-crook who knows more about the ways, the methods, the denizens of the underworld than anybody I've ever run across, simply because he was a part of that underworld at one time. Item 5, 10 cents for a phone call to Smokey Sullivan.
Yeah?
Smokey?
Yeah?
This is Johnny Dollar.
Oh, Johnny. How are you, Johnny?
I'm fine, Smokey, just fine. Tell me, you still an undercover man for the Boston Fire Department?
Yeah. You know something, Johnny?
What?
Since they've been letting me help them out, they got practically no more set fires around here.
Oh, good boy. Listen, Smokey.
No, Johnny, you listen. I've been trying to get you on the phone all day. I've been trying.
Oh? Well, I'm right here in Boston.
You mean on account of the emerald?
Yes. The Emerald.
Yeah, well, that's why I've been trying to call you.
Well, that's great, Smokey. I knew this hunch of mine would pay off.
Yeah, I knew they'd get you in on it on account of the insurance.
You know where it is?
No, Johnny.
But you know who took it?
No.
No? Well, then what about it, Smokey?
Well, maybe I got a good lead for you.
Sit tight, Smokey. I'll be right over.
Newport filter cigarettes, Newport menthol cigarettes.
You know, sometimes late at night when business gets slack here in the diner and I'm listening to the radio, I think to myself, Heine, suppose that Newport dame should walk in right now, sit down at the counter and say, Heine, from now on I want you to smoke Newport filter cigarettes. You know they have the soothing coolness of menthol, a hint of mint and wonderful rich tobacco. It's that exclusive, pleasant smoking combination that makes Newport more refreshing to begin with, more refreshing all the way. Will you do this for me, Heine? Lady, I'd say, take the place. The whole joint. The steam table, the coffee maker, it's all yours. I'm a Newport smoker forever. Okay now, Smokey. You think you have a lead on the Ivy Emerald?
Yeah.
Well?
Well, Johnny, about 5 blocks from here, there's a man lives that used to be a fence back in Chicago.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, his name is Bildo. Fritz Bildo.
He handled hot jewelry, hmm?
Yeah, and he was also a diamond cutter, also.
A gem cutter, hmm?
Yeah.
And has he been fencing stuff around here?
No, Johnny. I don't know what he lives on.
Probably just waiting for a killing on something like this emerald.
Yeah, all I know is he sits in a little shop in the back of his place making cheap jewels for the neighborhood kids.
Just keeping his hand in, maybe, huh, Smokey?
Yeah.
Now, wait a minute. Look here, Smokey. Is this the man?
Oh, no, Johnny. You don't know who that is?
Who is it, Smokey?
It's Manny Breed.
Breed?
Don't you know? Manny's the best jewel heist this side of the state climbed.
Then it's no wonder he'd go for the Ivy Emerald. And of course, it all ties up his job with the safe company under one name, his acting as chauffeur to Mr. Sterling Wade under another, and with this Bildo here to break it up for him. Sure.
You think Manny took it, Johnny?
Well, don't you, Smokey? Where is he?
I didn't even know he was here.
All right, then. Our job is to find him. Tell me, what do you know about this gem cutter, this Bildo?
Oh, well, you see, it was on account of the pile of trash around Bildo's place that I started watching him.
Pile of trash?
Yeah, the way I seen it piled up before when somebody's maybe figuring to have an accidental fire to collect the insurance.
Oh, yeah. Go on.
Well, when I found out who it was, Fritz Bildo...
Yes? Go on.
So last night, I phoned my contact on the arson squad. That's Tommy Winkler.
Oh, sure. I know Lieutenant Winkler. I know him very well. Go ahead, Smokey.
So I told Tommy Winkler to better check up on Bildo.
All right, so you told Lieutenant Winkler. What about the emerald?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, about 3 a.m. this morning, I took another look at Bildo's place, and the car he had a light on. And there he was, in his shop at the back.
Yeah?
But when he seen me looking in the window, he kind of quick shoved something in the corner.
The emerald?
And he quick turned off the light.
Smokey.
And he pulled down the shade so I and nobody else could see it
Smokey,
again.
what did you see? Was it the emerald?
No, Johnny.
Well, what was it then?
It was just a big gold setting, like a brooch, like a leaf, an ivy leaf.
That ties it then, Smokey. Manny Breed took the stone to him to break it up. And if Bildo still has it there, come on, Smokey, let's go.
Yeah.
It was after dark now, and the place where Bildo lived was on little more than a dark alley. The shade on the back room that he used for a shop was tightly drawn, but there was a light inside.
Johnny?
Yeah?
You think maybe Manny is in there with him?
I don't know, Smokey. But we'll take no chances. When I kick the door open...
Don't bother, boys.
What?
And don't reach for any gun because I got this.
Manny Breed.
That's right.
Or is it Arnold Bixby? Or maybe Roger Gold?
I'll take your choice, Dollar. You are Johnny Dollar, aren't you?
Sure, if you like.
And you, buddy. Too bad that Bildo recognized you when you showed your ugly puss at his window. That's what tipped me off to be ready for anything. Well, Dollar, this is going to be your last case.
Is it, Manny?
Yeah. Sure is. Come on, pal, open up. It's me, Manny. What's this? All right, come on. Get inside, both of you. Come on.
Manny, what is this?
Well, you see, pal, you were right about it being Smokey Sullivan you saw.
Yeah. And that stone there on the work table, Manny?
Well, what do you think?
Hey, this one. Who is he?
Well, pal, this is the great Johnny Dollar.
Johnny Dollar?
But he won't be for long. Take his gun away.
Yeah, I will. Here.
All right, let me have it. That's good. Ah, you see, Dollar, it's going to be your gun that kills you two. Just as soon as Fritzy shuts that door. Go on, pal, shut it.
Yeah, I closed it.
All right. Nobody move.
What the?
It's Tommy Winkler.
Watch him, Tommy.
Oh, boy, like the U.S. Marines, Tommy. Thanks.
Pleasure, Johnny.
Yes,
thanks.
But, Smokey, you're a dog. I thought you said to come here just to look for a possible arson setup.
Oh, yeah,
But instead, I walk in on a... Oh, what's this? Here on this work table. That's it, Tommy. The Ivy Emerald. Kind of made your trip over here worthwhile, didn't it? So, the Emerald's back. And all's right with the world. Just one thing, though. My commission on this one is to be split 3 ways. A third to Smokey, and a third for Tommy Winkler. As for the expense account, well, if you pay that commission promptly, you can forget it. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here's our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, proof the hard way of how wrong one can sometimes be. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Bruno Zerato, Jr. Music supervision by Ethel Huber. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in the cast were Abby Lewis as Emily Sterling Waite, Lawson Zerby as Harry Darlington, Joseph Julian as Smokey Sullivan, William Griffiths as Bob Baker, Jack Grimes as Manny Breed, Sam Gray as Fritz Bildo, and William Mason as Lieutenant Tommy Winkler. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Warren Sweeney speaking. Songs are sweeter and swingier on The Richard Hayes Show, weeknights on the CBS Radio Network.
And on WDNC, AM and FM.
Johnny Dollar.
Johnny, this is Phil Easterday.
Easterday?
That's right.
Out in San Diego.
Right, with Mono Guarantee Insurance.
Well, sure. How are you, Phil? It's been a long time.
I'm fine, yes, I know it has. How'd you like to take a little run out here, Johnny?
Sunny Southern California? Why not?
Okay. Now, according to this plane schedule I'm looking at, if you can get a move on, you can just about make connections on one of the jets coming out this way.
Good.
I'll pick you up at the airport. See you, Johnny.
Hey, wait a minute, Phil.
Yes?
Give me something to worry about along the way. What's your problem?
Burglary.
Oh?
Or rather, a whole series of them.
I see.
Yep, all directed at the same man. Or rather, man and wife.
Whole series of them, hmm?
Right.
What's been taken?
The same thing every time, Johnny.
That's so what?
Hold your hat.
I'm holding.
Just exactly nothing.
All right, I'll grab... What was that?
You heard me.
Well, I asked you what had been stolen.
Yes, that's
and you
right.
said exactly nothing.
Right.
That doesn't make sense.
I know. But now you'll have to hurry to make your plane. Goodbye.
Phil, just a minute.
I'll be here and waiting for you.
The CBS Radio Network brings you Mandel Kramer in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator, yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Mono Guarantee Insurance Company office in San Diego, California. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the double-barreled matter. Expense account item 1, after I'd grabbed some breakfast and packed a couple of bags, $5.50 for a cab out to Bradley Field. Item 2, $180.40 plane fare to New York, to Los Angeles, to San Diego. Thanks to one of the newer jets on that swing across the country, it was only a few minutes after noon, Pacific time, that is, when the plane landed at San Diego's Lindbergh Field, which incidentally is only about a mile south of the city's main business district. San Diego, you know, was California's oldest Spanish settlement, the spot where California's modern history got its start. Also, I've heard, it's the town that has the ideal climate that Los Angeles talks about having. Anyway, it's a nice town with nice people, a busy naval and fishing port, and a popular year-round tourist resort. The latter because of its miles of clean beaches, fine motels, and, as I said, wonderful climate. I like it. Phil Easterday was waiting for me. We piled into his car, drove to his office, and he told me what it was all about.
That's right, burglaries. But, Phil, if nothing's been taken...
Now, look it up, Johnny. Burglary means breaking and entering with intent to commit a felony, whether that felonious purpose is accomplished or not.
All right, Mr. Webster, I'll take your word for it.
When you've had to use those as definitions correctly, as often as I have in connections with insurance claims, well... The point is, Johnny, that Mr. and Mrs. Warner's apartment's been broken into some 7 times now. 7 times in a row, over a period of about 2 months.
Warner?
Yeah, Charles Hastings Warner and his wife, Trudy. He's, well, now to come to think of it, I don't know what he is, what he does for a living. But if the size of his insurance policies means anything, he does all right. His straight life alone has a face value of nearly $1 million. That could be, I suppose, that he simply retired out here. He came out originally from Chicago, I think.
I see. Phil, what do the police think about these burglaries?
Well, that's just it, Johnny. They were never reported to the police.
Why not? How did you find out about them?
My wife plays bridge a couple of times a week. One of the group is Trudy Warner. Trudy told her, she told me, so I called up Mrs. Warner and got the story.
All right, now answer the first part of my question.
What, about the police?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she said that as long as nothing's been missing, her husband Charlie said there was no point in bothering them. But it kind of has Trudy worried, never knowing whether it's going to happen again or when they might clean out the place. Now, if you ask me, Johnny, I think it looks kind of peculiar.
That's the understatement of the week.
Right. And I think we ought to do something about it.
7 times in a row, you said.
That's right.
And absolutely nothing taken.
Absolutely nothing.
Oh, that is peculiar, Phil. Very.
Well, that's why I called you up as soon as I heard about it. You know, one of these days, they'll find whatever it is they're looking for, and we'll find ourselves faced with a hefty claim.
I wonder.
What do you mean by that?
I just wonder, that's all. Want to give me their address?
Sure.
And you might call and tell them I'm on my way out.
Right.
No.
What?
On second thought, just give me their address.
Oh.
Yeah. Expense account item 3, $50 deposit on a rental car. The Warner's apartment was really a single detached cottage in back of one of the better hotels. Very nice, very exclusive, very expensive. Rather than go into all the details later, let me tell you right now that it was expensively furnished, too. Thick wall-to-wall carpeting, fine furniture, everything very modern but in good taste, obviously the work of a high-priced decorator. As for Mrs. Trudy Warner, well, she was 25 or 26, tall, statuesque and blonde, with just enough makeup to enhance her natural beauty. She had a rather distinguished look, a quiet sort of dignity in her bearing. She wore a housecoat of fine oriental silk, earrings with enough diamonds to choke a horse, but also in good taste. A couple of bracelets and the gold band of her watch were set in gems, and I'm sure that the huge stone in one of her well-chosen rings was a genuine ruby. At first glance, this all meant wealth, social status, a blue blood. But when in response to my knock, she opened the door and then opened her mouth.
Yeah?
Mrs. Warner?
Yeah, that's me. Who are you, huh?
My name is Dollar. Johnny Dollar.
Yeah, I ever seen you around anywheres before?
I doubt it.
Well, then, listen,
Is Mr. Warner at home?
No, he ain't. He's gone away for a couple of days. But no fooling around, Buster, so you better get back on your bicycle and scram. Goodbye.
Just a minute.
Hey, now,
Mr.
get
Warner.
your foot out of this door. You want I should scream for help or something?
No, that won't be necessary. Believe me, I'm here because I represent your husband's insurance company.
Oh, you do, huh? Well, can you prove it?
Well, here, let me show you my credentials.
Oh, okay. I'll take your word for it. Well, what do you want to see him about, huh?
Well, about those burglaries you've been having.
Oh, about those people busting in here, going through all our stuff all the time, hmm?
That's right.
Boy, am I glad to see you, Johnny. How'd you find out about it?
Well, I just happened to be here in town and talking with Mr. Easterday.
Oh, yeah. I just knew I shouldn't have told that insurance guy's wife at that bridge the other day. And when he called me up and made me tell him more about it, but there wasn't ever anything stolen, so there wasn't anything he could do about it, he said. Only why Charlie wouldn't call the cops in, I'll never know.
May I come in, Mrs. Warner?
Huh? Oh, yeah, sure, come in.
Thank you.
But if Charlie finds out, I mean, he's not even wanting to bother the cops, well, maybe he won't like this.
I don't know why not.
I'm glad you're going to do something about it, because I asked you, Johnny, what if I was to come in from shopping or something? I mean, like in broad daylight. Like when Charlie was away like this, and maybe find somebody's busted in and was still here and pulled a gun on me or something. Sit down, huh?
Thanks. These burglaries have all occurred while your husband was away?
No, it's always right after he's come home again and we've been out somewheres at night together. We do a lot of night clubbing and stuff, and even sometimes go up to L.A. And they always go through everything with a fine-tooth comb, even pulling up the rugs and taking the beds apart, but they never steal nothing. I don't get it. But I also don't like it neither.
No, I can't say I blame you. And your husband?
Charlie? Well, all he says is it's probably just some crazy hophead or something, or a
psychopath?
Yeah, that's it. And as long as he don't take anything, we should worry. Only I don't like it.
But that's his only explanation, though, for nothing being taken.
Well, that's his only one. Gee. I don't know how he can take it so cool and casual, but that's the way he is, Johnny. Just real cool and casual about everything. You could fire a gun under him. He wouldn't even blink his eyelash.
Anybody ever tried that, firing a gun under him?
A nice, sweet guy like Charlie? Of course not. You want a drink, Charlie? Johnny.
That's all right. No, thank you. Tell me, what's your husband do for a living, Mrs. Warner?
Only it's Trudy, Johnny. No use being formal, huh?
All right, Trudy.
Only that's no invitation like you should get fresh or anything. You remember that?
Oh, indeed I will. I remember that.
You sure you don't want a little drink?
No, I really don't. Thanks very much.
Well, if you don't mind, I'm going to have another one.
Oh, you go ahead.
If you pardon me, please.
You just help yourself. You started telling me about your husband's business.
Oh, he hasn't got any business, Johnny. At least not since I met him out here in Dago and married him.
I see. Do you know what he did before?
Well, why should I care, huh? As long as he keeps the money coming in and treats me good like he does. You sure, Johnny? Just to keep me company.
No, I'm sure. If he has money coming in, where's it come from, Trudy?
So I'll give you the same answer he always gives me when I asked him.
Well?
Didn't you never hear of the stock market? That's what he says.
Oh, I see.
Hmm.
Where did you say he is now?
I didn't. But he's gone hunting like he always does.
Always?
Well, almost every week lately.
Oh? Where, do you know?
Well, sure I know. It's down near El Centro. You know where that is?
Somewhere down near the border, I believe.
Yeah, down there in all that farm country in the Imperial Valley.
Oh, yes, I understand there's a lot of dove shooting down there in the Imperial Valley.
Yeah, doves or pigeons or whatever they are. Only he always calls them pigeons.
Oh, yeah?
Little tiny things, a lot of feathers, you only get a mouthful out of them. I always get stuck. I have to cook them for him, but he's always so nice to me, so why not?
Sure.
I'm a good cook, too, Johnny. You wouldn't believe it, but I am.
Oh, I'll bet you are. Tell me, do you know where he stays down there?
Well, sure. I always call him up on the phone every night while he's gone. It's the Bluebird Motor Court. It's a real swell place. I've seen it myself a couple of times when him and me was on our honeymoon.
When did he leave?
Early this morning. That means he won't be back until day after tomorrow. Only what are you going to do about this burglar and bit, Johnny?
Gee, I'm not sure yet, Trudy.
Well, whatever it is, I sure hope you do. Only don't let on to Charlie I said anything about it, will you, honey?
Well, if you won't, I won't.
Oh, well, don't you worry about that. Listen, not even a short one, Johnny? Just to keep me company?
Well, all right. Just a short one. More conversation, but no more information of any consequence. After the second short one, and just to keep her company, believe me, I left and drove to the nearest shopping section, picked up a handful of change, dove into a phone booth, and spent item 4, 80 cents, on calls to all the stockbrokers in town. Not one of them had ever heard of Mr. Charles Hastings Warner. Okay. Item 5, $3.90 for a call to an old friend of mine in Chicago, Pete Fuller, a feature writer for the Chicago Sun-Times.
Charles Hastings Warner? Are you kidding, Johnny? You don't know who Chicky Warner is? Or rather, was, when he was operating here in Chi? And you in the private eye business? Well, brother, leave me pour you an earful. And I hope you got plenty of dimes to feed that slot machine you're talking through.
I can only tell you this. By the time Pete Fuller got through giving me a rundown on Chick Warner, it suddenly began to look as though I'd got myself involved in one of the most important and possibly one of the most dangerous cases in my whole career.
If you ever suffer a touch of arthritis or rheumatism and you've never tried Mentholatum Deep Heating Rub, you can't know how good its deep heating action can make you feel. As you massage it into painful areas, you feel its deep heating action. You know relief is on its way. Mentholatum Deep Heating Rub is an extra strong combination of active ingredients for safe, temporary relief of minor arthritic rheumatic pain. Use greaseless, stainless Mentholatum Deep Heating Rub often.
With Chick Warner due back in San Diego in less than 2 days, I decided that I'd better act fast. Act on a hunch? That's all it was, but for once I felt there was plenty of reason for it, and not because of the circumstances, the burglaries, but the character of the man I now knew I'd be dealing with. I spent item 6 in one of the local sporting goods stores. For a total of $314.61, I came out with some lightweight hunting clothes, a pair of bird shooter boots, a good quality double-barrel 12-gauge shotgun, and 3 boxes of shells loaded with number 9 birdshot. I also bought a hunting license. I piled the stuff into my rental car and headed east on Highway 80, making time now because it was getting dark. A little over 100 miles later, near a place called Coyote Wells, I pulled off the road and gave the hunting clothes a little age and character by the simple expedient of driving the car over them a couple of times. When I got to El Centro, I took a room at the Bluebird Motor Court. quite a place. Not only 20 or 30 nice modern motel cottages, but a big fancy dining room with a bar attached. And it was in the bar that I met Mr. Charles Hastings Warner. He was a cold-looking man of about 50. Tall, lean, gray, and with gray eyes. Kind of a prominent aquiline nose and almost prim sort of mouth with thin lips. It was late and the bar was almost empty, so it wasn't too hard to make conversation with him.
Why, yes. Matter of fact, I am here to do some pigeon shooting. How'd you know?
Oh, I didn't, Mr. Warner, is it?
Yeah.
I just hope to find somebody around here who could tell me where to go for some birds. I took a chance on talking to you, and it looks as though I picked the right man.
Oh, I can tell you where to go, all right. Find lots of pigeons.
Aren't they really doves, though?
Dollar, the way you can knock them off so easy, I like to think of them as pigeons. Another drink, baby?
Yeah, I'll buy it.
You bought the last 4.
Oh, that's all right. Don't worry about it. Waiter, a couple more of these.
Yes, sir.
If, you can lead me to some good shooting, it's certainly worth a couple of drinks.
Lead you?
Well, do you mind if I kind of tag along with you tomorrow?
Well, I mostly like to go alone, Dollar, but sure, why not?
Good.
I'll make 2 of you.
2 of us?
Yeah, I promised some other guy I'd let him come along. Name is Al Melford. You know him?
No.
When he hurt in the bartender, somebody that I always bring in the pigeons, he latched onto me. Bought me a couple of drinks like you did. So I couldn't turn him down.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, maybe it's good to have a couple of witnesses along.
Witnesses?
Sure.
To what?
You know, to see I don't come back with over my limit.
Oh.
What'd you think?
Well, I had no idea.
Also, I don't know how good a shot this Al Melford is. Just met him today, so you can be along to make sure you don't blow my head off by mistake.
You're not serious.
Dollar, a man has a gun on him. You never know. Remember that.
Early the next morning, far too early for my money, was long before sunrise. The 3 of us, Chick Warner, Al Milford, and I, set out in Warner's car. We headed south across the flat desert and farmland, to and through Calexico. Within spitting distance of the border, we turned right and then hit a narrow, dusty road that wound around so much I wondered a couple of times if we weren't getting a little too close to Mexico. Al Milford, by the way, put me on guard. 35 or so, there was a kind of shiftiness about him that I didn't like. I began to wonder if I'd walked myself into a trap of some kind. Finally, Chick stopped and deployed us around a vast, heavy cover of what I believe they called deer brush. Oh, there must have been several acres of it, and mesquite and sage that was higher than my head. Al went to the north end, I to the west, and Warner to the south, and we waited. Sure enough, as soon as the sun came up, as Warner had promised, the birds started rising. For the next 10 or 15 minutes or so, I had more action than I'd ever dreamed possible in bird shooting. But I noticed 2 things. Chick Warner's shooting was only 1 blast at a time. And more important, after the first big flurry, there wasn't a sound from Al's gun. I worked my way slowly, cautiously toward the spot where Chick Warner supposedly had his stand. What I came on stopped me in my tracks. Al Milford, lying prone, his shotgun aimed toward the spot where Warner should have been, and beside him in reach, a .38 revolver. As I sneaked up on him, he suddenly, quietly swung around, and I found myself staring into the barrel of that gun.
Just take it easy, Dollar.
Yeah.
Before you do anything silly, just take a look at these. My credentials. Catch.
Credentials? I know who you are, but you don't know who I am, so you better look.
You think I'll argue with you as long as... Oh.
Yeah.
Narcotics squad.
That's right. Now listen. Put down your gun and listen before he gets back here.
Sure.
He's been quiet quite a while now, so I think he's made his haul.
What?
Don't you see, we know how he gets the stuff across the border.
Stuff?
White stuff, heroin, pure, uncut heroin.
I figured as much from his record in Chicago.
Sure. Now he picks it up on these so-called hunting trips.
From a contact just across the border.
Yeah, and he always has company, a witness who would swear he just came out here shooting, sometimes one of our men. But none of them has ever found the stuff on him.
Then those raids in his apartment, yours.
I didn't say that, Johnny. But strip him down, strip his apartment, there's never a sign of it. Yet somehow he's not only getting it, but storing it, then spreading around up north. And somehow I've got to find out what he does with it after he picks it up here, where he hides it.
You'll never know that.
Warner!
All right, Warner.
No, Dollar. You reach for that gun, you get this other barrel. That wasn't any birch I'd hit him. That was a slug.
I can see that.
Okay. Pick up that handgun of his. With your left hand. Toss it over here. But real careful. Go on, do it. I say toss me his gun or I give you this other barrel. What's the matter, you blind? They only use one shot on him. This gun's a double. Can't you see that?
Sure, Warner.
Do like I tell you. You want this other barrel?
Yes, Warner, I think I do.
Stay back or you'll get it. Stay back. Stay back!
Clever, Warner. Clever hiding place when you took the stuff home.
Get back.
Not even the experts could find it there at your cottage.
Get back, I tell you.
And out here, after birds, only one shot at a time. That's what gave you away.
You hear me? I'll pull this trigger.
And let the hammer fall on the barrel full of the white stuff that it's loaded with? Why bother, Warner?
Okay. Okay, Dollar, listen. I'll make a deal with you. The stuff in this other barrel is worth a lot of dough. You want to talk? You want to make a deal? Sure.
Sorry, Warner. I'm afraid the only deal I'll make with you is this. All right, Al, are you still with us?
Sure. Sure, Johnny, but it just caught my arm. If you can carry me back to the car.
Take it easy, Al. When our friend here comes around as a reward for his cleverness, we'll let him carry you back. That one shotgun barrel loaded with heroin? Sure, it was only a guess, but thank heaven it was the right one. You know, for a second there, I was afraid he might have a shell in it. Expense account total, including the trip on back to Hartford, call it $760 even, and cheap at half the price. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, one of the rottenest rackets in the world, but a story with a real twist at the end. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Bruno Zerato Jr., musical supervision by Ethel Huber. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Santos Ortega as Charles Warner, Elizabeth Lawrence as Trudy, Court Benson as Phil Easterday, Carl Frank as Al Milford, and Robert Dryden as Pete. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Art Hanna speaking. There are a handful of talents newly come up on the show business scene who seem to be headed straight for the big time.
There's that ukulele player, a red-headed fellow named Arthur Godfrey. Then there's this crew-cut chap who calls himself Gary Moore. In Hollywood, a youngster by the name of Art Linkletter runs a show called House Party. Also on the coast, there are two youthful hopefuls called Bing Crosby and Rosemary Clooney. They're all here to entertain you on the CBS radio network each Monday through Friday. Let's run down the lineup again. Arthur Godfrey Time, Art Linkletter's House Party, the Gary Moore Radio Show, and the Bing Crosby Rosemary Clooney Show. Weekdays, you'll find them all right here. Crosby and Clooney every weekday on the CBS Radio Network.
This is Kelly Maddox, Executive Secretary of the Citizens Traffic Commission, with another safe driving tip. As a motorist, do you give the proper signals for turns and stops? Always before you slow down, turn, change lanes, or stop, make sure that other motorists know in advance what you plan to do. Use either hand or mechanized turn signals. As a precautionary measure, use both. Give signals distinctly by extending your arm well out of the car window. Your hand pointing to the ground means slow or stop. Your hand extended straight out means a left turn, and your hand pointing upward means a right turn. If you use mechanical signals, check them often to make sure that they are functioning okay. And check your brake or stop lights, and if bulbs are burned out, replace them immediately. The Citizens Traffic Commission reminds you that the best way to tell a good driver from a bad one is to watch if the proper signals are given. Be safe. Signal your intentions at all times.
Johnny Dollar.
Dollar, my name is Parnell. Hank Parnell. I live out here in Muddy Gap, Wyoming.
Mr. Parnell.
Yeah, just call me Hank.
All right, Hank. And what did you say the name of your city is?
City? Why, it's only a little town, Dollar. Muddy Gap, Wyoming.
Muddy what?
Well, just what it sounds like. Muddy Gap. Muddy Gap.
I see.
Yeah, due west of Casper, south of Powder River. It's not too far from where the Poison Spider Creek begins. You look it up on a map, and, well, here we are.
All right, I'll look it up. But what seems to be your problem, Hank?
Oh, Dollar, I'm the owner and editor and reporter and, well, just about everything else in Muddy Gap Weekly Tribune.
Yes?
I'm also the only agent for at least 50 miles around here for the Great Southwest Insurance Company.
Oh, I see.
Yes, sir. Now, I wonder if you could hightail yourself out here in one big fat hurry.
Well, that,
And that means on that little old expense account of yours. Can you do it?
Well, that depends. You are talking about insurance business now, aren't you?
Well, not yet, Dollar, but, well, put it this way.
Yeah?
Unless you can give us a hand, Great Southwest is plumb liable not to have any office or agent or anything else out here anymore.
Afraid I don't understand.
Well, then let's put it this way.
Yes?
What I want you out here for is to keep the town of Muddy Gap from getting itself blowed right clean off the map. Well, sir?
Well, sir, I'll be out to see you.
The CBS Radio Network brings you Mandel Kramer in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Greater Southwest Insurance Company branch office in the town with the unlikely name of Muddy Gap, Wyoming. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Mad Bomber matter. Expense account item 1. $192.80 transportation by plane, train, and car to Muddy Gap. That includes a stop and bite of late supper at Casper, Wyoming, where I picked up a rental car. Muddy Gap is in the middle of thousands of acres of rangeland for beef cattle in what used to be Indian country, where the Sioux and Cheyenne carried out many a bloody raid against wagon trains plodding along the old Oregon Trail. There's oil in this country, too. Muddy Gap consisted of a railroad siding, one main shopping street, and a surprisingly neat residential section, all of it pretty much surrounded by a tank farm. How many millions of gallons of crude oil were stored in those huge steel tanks, I'll never know. But it must have taken a mighty big pipeline to handle it. It was obvious that oil storage was the town's principal business. The combination insurance and newspaper office sat alone at the end of the street, and despite the late hour, Hank Parnell was there waiting for me. He was a long, lanky, not too bright character, dressed in jeans, an open shirt, cowboy boots, and the inevitable white Stetson. Instead of a horse tied up out front, he had a battered old touring car, minus the top and covered with oily dust, to get out and around and dig up news items for his paper, he said.
Oh, and I guess I forgot to tell you, Dollar, I'm also mayor of this town, a sort of city clerk.
And dog catcher as well, Hank?
Well, now, you know something? If we had enough headed dogs around here to worry about, I'd probably be that, too. Oh, and I'm also sort of acting police chief while Rafe Tucker's down to see his relations down in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So, you see, I got plenty of reason to be worried about this nice little town of ours.
Worried about what, exactly?
You notice all them big oil tanks all around out there?
Oh, you sure got a lot of them.
Yes, sir. You imagine what would happen if one of them, just even one of them, was to maybe explode? Dollar, there'd be just one long, continuous boom, and Muddy Gap wouldn't be no more. And maybe nearly 300 nice, fine people either be dead or, at the very least, homeless.
Well, do you think something like that might happen, Hank?
Unless you can somehow stop it, Dollar. Or rather, I mean stop him.
Who?
Billy Benbow's his name. Born and brought up right here in Muddy Gap.
Yeah?
A real bad boy. Always in trouble. Been a little older, he'd spend most of his time in the jail.
Mm-hmm.
So when the last war came along, my father, he run this paper then. He got an idea for ridding us of Billy. Yeah, so we wrote a couple of editorials or two to sort of pass on that idea. First thing you know, the draft board kind of caught on. The first thing he knew, Billy Boy was in the Army.
Well, I'd say that's a pretty smart idea, Hank.
Yes, sir. Except that when Billy realized how he'd been kind of, railroaded into the service, he swore loud and long as to how he'd come back here someday and get even with this town.
Well, I don't see why. What's wrong with the Army?
Oh, not a thing, not a thing. Just the way he got put there that rankled him.
I see.
Anyhow, all the time he was on the other side, they had him working on explosives. He got to be a real expert. Every time he'd set off a charge, to blow up a railroad or a bridge or whatever, he'd say, now, that's for so-and-so. Bahoom. And this one's for so-and-so. Bahoom. And every time he'd name somebody here in this town, starting, of course, with the draft board.
Became a real obsession with him.
Oh, it was more than that. It was like a mania. Yeah, Billy Benhow simply wouldn't forget.
Now, surely, Hank, after all this time...
Now, wait a minute, Dollar.
All right, go ahead.
Whether it was all the damage and destruction he was doing or whatever it was, I'm not sure. But, Dollar, there at the end of the war, well, maybe it was shell shock or battle fatigue or whatever they want to call it, Billy went completely off base.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah. The first thing he did when he set foot back in this country, back there on the East Coast, was to start blowing things up. So, of course, he ended up in one of them state hospitals back there and never recovered. No, never got over it.
Well, if he's in the hospital, Hank...
Well, he was. But then a while back, he escaped. You see what I mean?
You think he'll be coming here to carry out his old threat?
Well, Dollar, a couple of days ago, I got a phone call right here in this office.
Yes?
All the voice said to me was, I haven't forgotten. And he hung up.
The voice of Billy Benbow?
Well, who else? Who else could it have been?
I wonder.
Well, I don't. It was Billy, all right. It had to be. And what he meant was, in his twisted way, Billy meant he's coming back here to get even.
Well, now, Hank...
Well, who knows? Maybe Billy's right here in town right now, hiding out somewheres, just waiting for a chance to blow us all to kingdom come. And don't you forget for 1 minute, Dollar, he was an expert with them explosives.
But, Hank, if it was this Benbow, why would he make a point of warning you?
Well, Dollar, man with a mind like that, I don't...
Well, you may be right. Tell me, have you mentioned this in your paper? Have you notified the townspeople?
What, and got them all up into a panic? No, sir. But somehow, Dollar, we gotta stop him.
All right. Now, listen,
yeah?
I take it you haven't much of a police force here?
Well, we never needed much of a force in a peaceful little town like this.
Well, how about the county or state police or whoever's available?
Oh, sure.
What?
Oh, they'd be glad to help. Come right over here and help us all they can. When and if Billy tries something.
Well, by then it might be too late.
Yes, sir. Because every day now, once a day, along about this time, this phone of mine has rung. And when I answered, there wasn't nobody there. So it's Billy, wherever he is, just adding up to that warning he gave me.
Possibly.
So, well, you got any ideas, Dollar?
Well, to be perfectly honest about it, Hank, before I believed that after all these years Billy would actually come back here, I think I'd like a little more convincing evidence.
Evidence? Well, what's he got to do to convince you? You mean to say you won't believe it until he... Oh, no. There it is again.
Well, maybe it's one of your subscribers.
You pick up that extension. Same time as I pick up this.
All right, if you like. Okay?
Yeah, now. Hello? Hello?
I think I'd better prove that I haven't forgotten.
Billy? Is that you, Billy?
That's right. Billy Benbow.
Now listen, Billy. Hello? Hello?
He's hung up, I'm afraid.
Now, you see now, Dollar? I told you he wasn't fooling. I told you that... Listen. What was that?
I don't know. It sounded like it came from somewhere just outside of this building. Remember how much racket automobiles used to make? Time was you practically had to bellow to make yourself heard above the chatter and roar of the engine, the howl of the wind rushing by, and the rattling a rough road gave your poor old buggy and brains. Nowadays, with vastly improved automotive engineering and magnificent new superhighways, you literally purr along the road. This is a vast improvement, but one that can offer danger if you're not alert. You're sitting behind the wheel with the miles of highway unrolling smoothly beneath you. Suddenly a sharp curve jumps in front of you, and you find that you have to use all the skill of a professional racer to navigate that curve without getting into real big trouble. Your car was so quiet that your speed had crept up stealthily during those long miles of straightaway. You were burning along without realizing it. The point here, a simple one, is this. Your speedometer was put there for a purpose you can't afford to forget. Keep alert, take care, and get there. The next thing I remember was crawling out from under Hank's desk. Hank himself had tried to make a dash for the press room, but was forced back by the blast and ended up beside me. As for the press room, it was a shambles.
Oh, my. Why here, Dollar? Why in here? Why'd he pick to blow up my press this way?
Hank, didn't you say it was your father's idea? That way of getting him out of town?
Yeah, you're right. And he spread the word by putting the stuff in the paper.
All right, then maybe this is all he wants to do, put your paper out of business.
Yeah, maybe so, Dollar. I hope so. But he's still got to be caught and locked up again.
Yes, but where do we start looking for him?
Well, he was here to set off this here bomb, wasn't he?
Only seconds after you talked to him on the phone?
Oh, yeah, you're right. If he was somewheres on the telephone, there's no other buildings nearby. How could he be around here, too?
Wait a minute. Look. Looks like this is the answer right here.
Why, that's a clockwork.
That's right. A little timing device. That means, Hank, that he could have been 100 miles away.
What is it, Hank? What's happened around here? Sound like a big explosion.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, looks like one, too.
Yep, it was all right, Pete.
What happened? Hey, smells to me like dynamite in here.
Dynamite? What's the matter with your smeller, boy?
What?
It was just that big can of benzene I had for cleaning up the tap I used on the paper.
It was, huh?
Yeah, that's what it was. I had the dang thing up a little too close to the heater, and it blew up, that's all.
Boy, sure funny it didn't start a fire then, Hank.
What do you mean, funny? We were lucky, that's all.
I guess you were. I'll tell you this, though, Hank.
Just don't bother right now. It was only the can of benzene.
No, I mean about you saying there wouldn't ever be any excitement around here when I took on this job.
Oh, yeah. It looks like I was wrong.
What is your job, Pete?
Oh, I'm sorry. I should introduce you to. This is Pete Branson.
Huh?
Oh, yeah. Him and Tony Batten are the rest of the police force here in Muddy Gap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, glad to meet you. What'd you say your name is?
Johnny Dollar. But now listen, you hear the hoax out there?
Yeah, Tony's out there, too.
Well, you and him just keep that mob out of here, will you? Tell them everything's okay. It was just that can of benzene, like I said.
Sure, Hank.
Now, go on now. You and Tony keep that mob out of here.
Okay. It's okay, folks. Just had a little accident back there in the print shop. Everything's under control. But just to make sure, Hank don't want anybody hanging around.
Pete
Now,
Branson?
come on, Tony. Let's get him all away from here. Come on.
What happened to him, Hank?
What, you mean his face? The way it's all cut up that way?
Yeah.
Well, it tells me he once got drugged behind a horse. You know, foot caught in a stirrup.
Oh, I see.
So the one thing he won't ever do anymore is get himself on top of a horse. Me, I don't blame him.
Hank, that excuse that you gave for the explosion.
Oh, you think I should have told him the truth and let him spread the word and get the whole town into a panic?
Well, if we were sure there won't be any more of them, that Billy's satisfied his yen for revenge by putting your paper out of business, okay, but if your fellow townspeople are still in danger... And didn't you mention the draft board? Who are they?
Oh, they're all long gone, daughter, except for old Grandpa Whedon. Oh, Lord.
Well?
Oh, Lord, that old house of his, it's right over near the terminal end of one of them pipelines off the tank farm, and if that place were to get blowed up, and if one of the tanks were to go, why, there'd be nothing left of this town.
Then if Billy is still around...
Well, how can we know?
Wait a minute, telephone.
What?
It's the old-fashioned kind. It's no dial, which means you have to call an operator.
Oh, sure.
Which also means that the operator has to call you. Come on, Hank.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to find out where that... Hello?
Hank Parnell, whatever happened down there at your newspaper office?
Listen, operator.
Whatever you had blow up over there fairly shook me out of my chair. I haven't had such an explosion here in Muddy Gap since Allie Briscoe's still blew up and everybody thought the whole tank farm was gone.
Look, miss.
Look, Hank, you better tell me what happened so I can... Well, I mean, you know, in case somebody calls in and wants to know.
Operator,
well,
will you listen to me a moment?
What? Well, who are you?
I'm speaking for Hank Parnell.
Well, anything happened to him? Is he all right?
No, he's all right. Now, listen.
Yes?
Just before the accident, you rang this phone.
Well, that's right. I had a call for him.
Do you know who was calling?
No, he kept his voice low. Well, what'd you say your name is?
Well, I didn't, and it doesn't matter. But what I want to know is, where did...
You know something?
You
sound exactly like that Johnny Dollar on the radio.
Operator, listen, please.
And if you are and you're in town...
Miss...
Well, the folks around here would sure like to know that, they would.
Now, listen, do you know where that call for Hank Parnell came from?
Well, of course I do.
Where?
Well, the one outside phone booth we have over outside the drugstore.
Okay, thanks. You heard?
Yeah, Dollar. Then he is in town.
I'm afraid so. Hank, you better take it.
Okay.
I'll listen in.
Hello?
You got the sample, Parnell. The big one's coming later.
Billy.
That's right.
Later when? What do you mean by later?
Maybe tonight.
Billy, listen. Hello? Dollar, we gotta get the people out of this town.
300 of them before he can strike again?
I don't know, but we gotta try.
It's too late, and you know it.
Well, then what can we do? Dollar?
It's a long chance, Hank. I know it is.
What?
But I'm betting that he's been around this town a long time, maybe for weeks. Now, doesn't that mean anything to you?
Well, I don't get it.
All right, listen. Now, this crazy hunch of mine may be all wrong, but if you'll let me handle this my own way... Will you, Hank? In spite of the fact that it may mean jeopardizing all the people in town.
Anything you say, Dollar, as long as we do something.
All right. Those two boys on the force. Do you know where to reach them right now?
Who, Tony and Pete?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Call them up and have them come over here. Then if you and they will follow my orders to the letter and without question... Well?
We'll do anything.
Okay. Get them over here. It meant staking a lot on my limited knowledge of the criminal mind, possibly risking a lot of innocent lives. But I felt sure now that my hunch was right. Fortunately for my plan, Tony Batten got there first. When I told Hank and Tony what their job was, for a moment they couldn't believe I was serious. But they agreed to say nothing to anyone, not even to Pete. Tony went outside, then waited in Hank's old car. When Peter Branson arrived, Hank put him under my orders, and he and Tony took off.
Well, I guess I was right, huh, Mr. Dollar? That was some kind of set explosion in here, wasn't it?
That's right, Pete. It was set all right by an expert.
And you got some idea who might have done it?
Either you and I are going to find out or this town's in danger of being blown to bits.
Are you kidding?
Not a bit of it. I see you carry a gun.
Yes, sir. Right here in handy. And if what you say is true, maybe you ought to have one, too.
Well, you better let me have yours then, Pete.
Well, now, wait a minute, Mr. Dollar.
It's your idea.
Well, yeah, I know, but...
Well, let me have it. Orders, Pete. You're under my orders, remember?
Yes, sir. All right. Yes, sir. Here you are.
Good. Now, shall we go?
Where are we headed?
Out to see an old man. Old Grandpa Whedon.
Oh, now, you don't think he had anything to do with this explosion, do you?
Pete, I think this mad bomber plans to hit him next.
Did you say mad?
That's right.
Oh, I see.
We're going to go over Grandpa's place with a fine-tooth comb because a bomb may be planted, may be ticking away out there right now.
And if we don't find anything out there?
Well, we'll see.
But why do you think this man would pick on him?
Is it a man?
Well, I certainly guess so. But why on Grandpa?
Well, because once he was a member of a draft board.
Well, now, that don't make sense, does it?
Maybe not, but does anything make sense where a madman is concerned?
You're calling him mad again.
You don't like that word, huh?
Well, it makes no difference to me, but if it was a madman out on the loose out there...
Pete, he might look every bit as harmless as you do, or as I do.
Yeah, I see. Okay, then. Let's go on out there and have a look, but I'm betting we don't find anything.
You don't think so,
Well, I bet on it.
Well, then maybe we won't. It seems to me Hank had a little trouble remembering your last name, Pete. How long is it that you've been on the force?
Huh? Oh, a few weeks, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Ever since you first came to town, huh?
Why, yeah, practically.
Mm-hmm. And before that?
Oh, you know, working around the ranches and...
Oh, I thought you didn't ride.
Well, no, not anymore.
Oh, what do you do then?
Oh, you know, odd jobs. Well, why you ask that?
Well, your hands. They look kind of soft to me, you know.
Oh?
Another thing, come to think of it, seems to me you immediately recognized the smell of dynamite when you came in here. Didn't you?
Oh, look, you want to go out there, let's go.
And, those scars on your face?
What you getting at?
They're from an explosion, aren't they?
I said, what you getting at?
I've seen too many of those kind of scars not to recognize them. And you knew that because of them, nobody around here would recognize you. Didn't you, Billy?
Okay, Dollar, that's enough. You see this?
You got another gun, hmm?
That's right. So instead of reaching for the one I gave you, just you reach up high. Now reach. I knew I'd have trouble when you come in town. Because you ain't dumb like the rest of these jerks around here. But not anymore, Dollar, because I'm going to kill you.
You think so, Billy?
Yeah. And then I go back to my place and I get the rig. It's all ready except for the setting of the clock on.
Billy?
Shut up. You know where I planned it then? Yeah, out by old Grandpa Whedon. You hear me? Out there by the tank farm. And I set the clock, so I only got time to get away. Get away in that nice car of yours, Dollar.
Now, Billy, listen to me.
No. You're only trying to stall me. So first it's you, and then I go get that rig.
This rig, Billy? Huh? This bomb we found over in your room?
You found it.
You better drop that gun, Billy.
No! Come in! Oh, you pull that trigger, Tony, I still get off a shot.
He's right. Let me take care of this.
Wowee. That's a mighty good left you got there, Dollar.
I guess he was right, though, Hank, about you being pretty stupid.
Well, now, you just wait.
Didn't you think about what might have happened if Tony'd pulled off a shot right next to that bomb you have in your hand?
Oh, my gosh.
Mm-hmm. You should have. Remarks? Why bother on this one? As for the expense account, let's call it a total of $350. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a beautiful girl, a handful of coins, and a mysterious disappearance. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Bruno Zerato Jr., music supervision by Ethel Huber. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Court Benson as Hank Parnell, Lawson Zerby as Pete Branson, Cliff Carpenter as Billy Benbow, and Barbara Cassar as the operator. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Art Hanna speaking. The #1 network for news, expanded CBS News on the CBS Radio Network.
This is WROW Music in Albany, New York.
A newcomer in town can feel mighty lonesome. Welcome Wagon hostesses make these newcomers feel wanted when they make their cordial Welcome Wagon visits. Their baskets contain useful gifts from civic-minded businessmen, invitations to participate in varied social and volunteer activities of the many civic agencies in the community. In addition, every Welcome Wagon call recipient in the greater Albany or Schenectady areas, as well as Delmar, Latham, or Scotia, is invited to attend the local Welcome Wagon Club. This is an organization of newcomers all anxious to make friends. Various Welcome Wagon clubs vary from 30 to 150 members who meet monthly. Their interests include bowling, golf, cards, handcraft, and dancing. You can help to make your new neighbor feel at home. Call State 59640 today and make your neighbor eligible for the many opportunities in a Welcome Wagon Club. Remember, State 59640.
WROW Music Time now, 25 minutes before 7 p.m.
Johnny Dollar.
Hi, Johnny. This is Ted Newberry over here at good old Union States Casualty.
Well, hi, Ted. What's this I hear about you going off the deep end a couple of weeks ago and getting yourself engaged to, what's her name, Mary Ann Hooper?
Idle rumor, son. Just idle rumor.
Oh, since when does an idle rumor hit the society pages of the Sunday paper?
Oh, that.
You mean this was just another false alarm?
Just a sly bit of skullduggery by Mary Ann's mother. She figured if it hit the papers, then I'd have to pop the question to her darling daughter. But Johnny, my boy, it backfired on her.
How do you mean?
When Mary Ann saw that blurb, she got so mad she not only won't speak to her mother, she won't even see or talk to me.
Instead of you having to worm your way out of a romance again.
Right. Thanks to dear old Mama, and without having to go through any soppy farewell scenes, I'm back in circulation and ready to play the field.
Well, just you wait, though, Ted.
Huh?
When you do fall, and I mean all the way, including the marriage route, you are going to fall so hard the crash will be heard halfway around the world.
No, Johnny. The only girl in this world I could ever really take seriously, who has the looks and figure and brains and wit and charm and all the other attributes.
Oh? Who that?
Pandora. Pandora Peters, the most beautiful, most charming, most everything gal I ever knew. So when she does finally come to see me, see and talk to me, okay, what happens?
Oh, tell me.
All she wants to know is how and where and when she can see and talk to you.
Well, you can't win them all, you know. What was that?
You heard me, so it looks like you're the lucky one.
And, she's really everything you say she is?
Everything. So I smothered my feelings and set up a date for you, subject, of course, to your confirmation.
When?
Today, okay?
Why not? What time?
2:30. That's about a half an hour from now.
Great. Now, let's think about the place.
It's all set.
Oh, it is, Where?
In this cozy, quiet little office of mine.
Oh, now, wait a minute, Ted.
That's what I suggested. That's what she agreed to, so that's the way it'll have to be.
Oh, Teddy, you're a bum.
Take it or leave it, Johnny. Well?
I'll be there.
The CBS Radio Network brings you Mandel Kramer in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator, yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Union States Casualty Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Nugget of Truth matter. I shaved, showered, put on a clean shirt and a new tie, taking my time about it, then spent item one, $1.30 for a cab into Ted Newberry's office at Union States.
Ah, here Here he is, the answer to a fair maiden's prayer. You look like a million, Johnny.
Hiya, Ted.
Sit down, huh?
Sure.
But I thought I said 2:30.
You mean I'm late?
Late? Let's see, it's only 2:18. Oh, you really made time.
After that pitch you gave me, what did you expect?
Ah, that Pandora.
Well, where is she?
Oh, but there's one thing I just plain forgot to tell you.
Yes, Teddy, like what?
Johnny, she's married. Well, no reaction?
Well, I suppose I could take off my jacket and mop up the floor with you.
Well, let's say you could try.
And certainly it is the very least you deserve. But what's the use? All that build-up was just to drag me out of my nice, comfortable apartment and down here to take on some kind of assignment.
Now, just wait till you see her.
Sure. But what's it all about, Teddy?
Well, the guy to whom she's happily married is young Philip Truesdale Peters. Good family and all that, but no money. That is not much at the moment. But Johnny, thanks to some electronic gadget he's invented, and with her dough to get him started.
Wait a minute, Ted. Is that the new little plant about 10 blocks east of here?
That's the one. And one of these days, maybe he'll make it.
Well, good for him.
Good for that money of hers, you mean?
Oh, she's loaded?
No, but she has enough. Anyhow, they're both clients of ours, straight life policies.
How much, Ted?
Something over 100,000 apiece.
And each of them is the other's beneficiary?
Yeah. Now, don't get any wild ideas.
In spite of the fact that he needs money to push this invention of his?
Well, don't worry. He doesn't need her dead to get it.
Well, just the same, Teddy.
Oh, now, come on, Johnny. Give that suspicious mind of yours a rest for a change. The way you talk sometimes, you'd suspect your own mother of murdering for a couple of bucks.
Well, maybe I do go overboard once in a while. Hey, what's the matter?
Through this portal is about to pass the most beautiful girl in the world.
What?
You said, Newberry, I'm the biggest flatterer in the world.
If only that handsome husband of yours wasn't bigger than I am. But come in, my lovely, come in.
Thank you.
Mrs. Peters, Pandora, this is Johnny Dollar.
Well, hi, Johnny.
I'll say this. What I stood there staring at was worth staring at. 25 or 26, maybe. Tall, willowy, blonde. A faultless complexion with just enough makeup to enhance her natural beauty. Eyes a kind of gray-green, with little smile wrinkles at the corners. A cute little tilt to her nose and soft, full lips. And a darned attractive figure in a dress that didn't hurt it one bit. But there was something missing. Or maybe it was the other way around. Something there that shouldn't have been there. In her voice, in her eyes, I'm not sure. But there was a subtle coldness there that wasn't quite right. Not with all that beauty. The calm, calculating female that's invariably more deadly than the male. I wondered.
I said hi, Johnny.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And did I lie to you, Johnny, about this gorgeous, glamorous creature?
Oh, now, Teddy.
What, so help me, how anybody like you could ever have any problems? Pandora,
But I do have one. And I'm afraid it's a pretty serious one. That's why I wanted to see you, Johnny.
What is it, Pandora?
Johnny, somebody is threatening to murder me.
Really?
Here, Pan, you better sit down and tell us what this is all about.
Yes, thank you. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I am.
Just the key to the Peters family car.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
Little charm on this keychain.
How about that? Little golden skull.
Very unique. Looks hand-carved.
Well, it is, Johnny. From a single nugget that my grandfather found out in California back in the 1800s.
Oh?
It's my good luck talisman.
Well, if you're being threatened, honey, you'd better hang on to it.
Don't you worry, I will. But now, let me tell you.
Yes, I think you'd better.
Well, it started about 2 months ago. Little notes stuffed into the mailbox. We live out on Barclay Drive, you know.
Better put that down, Johnny. It's 128 Barclay Drive.
Oh, I'll remember it. Go on, Pandora.
It was right after Phil got the final patent on his invention.
Just what is that invention, by the way?
Oh, it's some kind of an electronic battery, I guess you'd call it. Just a tiny little thing that might be used in rockets or something.
I see.
And Philip hopes to make a lot of money with it.
You don't sound too enthusiastic about it.
Well, I wasn't. At first, Johnny. It looked to me and my lawyer like just a waste of time and money for him to work on it. But when those notes started, well, I told Philip to go ahead with it. At least until the money ran out. So he put up that little factory building, and he's buying machinery and all sorts of things for it.
The threatening notes made you change your mind.
Yes.
Why?
Because I'm just plain stubborn, I guess.
Well, what'd they say?
Well, the first one started out with a quotation, a kind of a religious thing.
What was it? Do you remember?
What profiteth it a man if he gain the whole world, but suffer the loss of his own soul?
Uh-huh.
And then it went on to say that for one person alone to profit from such a device was all wrong, was sinful. Unless you give it to the whole world, you'll be sorry. That sort of thing.
That doesn't seem like such a dire threat, Pandora, and what's more, it was meant for your husband.
Well, that's what we thought, Johnny. And Phil just laughed at it. He said it was the work of some crackpot.
Just the same, Pan. He should have taken it to the police.
He did, Teddy.
And their opinion?
They agreed with Phil. Because of that word sinful, they said it was probably some religious fanatic, that such things happen all the time. But then more of them came, and they got more threatening. Threats against my life, Johnny.
Your husband's life, you mean?
Well, we still thought so. And the police gave Philip a sort of bodyguard for a while. But then yesterday, another one came in the mail. It was addressed to me, in my name. And it said...
Yeah?
It said that... Here, Johnny, I made this copy of it.
Well, let's see. Blind, foolish woman. It is you who are guilty. Because of your money in that device of the devil. It is you who must die. And very soon.
Do you see, Johnny, why I'm worried now?
Oh, darn well I'd be, you poor gal.
Pandora.
Yes.
The police have the originals of the notes?
Well, yes, but they say it's just the work of some fanatic who's trying to scare us. I don't think so now. Now I'm frightened.
Now?
What?
You weren't frightened for your husband when you thought they were meant for him?
Oh, well, no. Because, well, he just sort of passed them off. He laughed at them. The way the police did. But now, well, don't you see?
Yeah, maybe I do.
Now, what do you mean by that, Johnny?
Or, well, maybe they're right. Maybe I am getting all upset over nothing. Maybe it's just some crackpot. But won't you find out, Johnny? Won't you make sure?
Pandora.
You bet he will.
What are your plans for the rest of the day?
Well, I can't just stay locked up in the house all the time.
Of course not. At least not unless you've got some police protection out there.
Yes, well...
Where's Phil now?
Over at the new plant.
Huh? It's in operation already?
No, but he goes down every day in case they deliver machinery and furniture and things.
And what time does he get home?
The bus always drops him off in front of the house about 5:15.
And your plans meantime?
Well, I have to do some shopping, then have a fitting here in town about 3:30. That'll take about an hour.
Yeah.
Then I'll drive out to that farmer's market on Spring Road, where I always buy the meat. I promised Phil a steak tonight.
And then?
Then it'll be time to go home and get dinner ready. At least that's what I planned. What should I do?
Well, until I've had a talk with the police, I see no reason for you to change those plans.
Now, listen, Johnny, she needs protection, so if there's anything I can do...
Oh, no, it's all right, Teddy. With Johnny on our side now, I think everything will be all right.
You don't feel that you need police protection?
Well, do you? I mean, until you find out how serious these threats really are.
Unless the police convince me otherwise. I'll be in touch, Pan.
Good. Thank you. I feel better already, Johnny. You're a darling. And thank you, too, Teddy, dear. Bye.
What a gal. I don't get it. Huh? What do you mean you don't get it? Teddy, there is something very fishy about this thing. Very fishy. Expense account item 2, $1.20 for a cab back to my apartment where I picked up my own car, then headed out in the direction of the Peters home, way out on Barclay Drive. But after driving all of half a dozen blocks, the car suddenly conked out on me. By the time I got a tow from the auto club to a service station, then a repair job on my carburetor by the slowest mechanic I ever saw, it was after 5 o'clock. So instead, I drove to police headquarters and talked to Sergeant Bill Budd.
Johnny, I've been on top of this thing from the very first of those notes to Peters, or to his wife.
And the last one apparently was addressed to her.
The last one, yeah.
Well, if I were you, I'd put somebody on that gal 24 hours a day, Sergeant, until we find out where those notes are coming from.
Now, you listen to me, Johnny.
Go ahead.
That's just what we did for him right in the beginning for nearly 2 months. Good men, too. Not even he had any idea they were on him, looking out for him. What happened? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
You figured the notes were just the work of some nut?
That's what I told them. Meantime, we nearly broke our necks trying to find out where they were coming from. We bore down on every fanatic, every troublemaker in the town, and we know them all. Nothing. Then, suddenly, I got wise.
How do you mean?
You know very much about those two, the Peterses.
Well, frankly, no.
Well, in the first place, they aren't as lovey-dovey as they look.
Oh?
No, sir. And she has the money, Johnny. Some money, anyhow.
Yes, so I understand.
And I know it for a fact that she didn't want to sink a lot of it in that crazy invention of his.
Crazy?
Well, he couldn't get any of the big companies interested in it, I know that. But he was bound he'd go ahead with it. You know what I think?
What, Sergeant?
I think she started writing those notes in the hopes of scaring him out of it, out of spending her dough on it. You see, if he did scare and quit by himself, then he wouldn't blame her for his giving up on it. And, Johnny.
Yeah?
That would explain how those notes were getting to him, in spite of all our attempts to locate the source. See?
Well, it's a possibility, I suppose. But what about the one addressed to her?
She hoped that would be the clincher, that's all.
Of course, your little theory might explain why she didn't jump at the chance to have a bodyguard.
You suggested that to her?
Yeah. But there is still another possibility, Sergeant.
You mean that he's been writing them?
Mm-hmm.
So nobody suspect him if he knocked her off to collect all her nice insurance money?
Right. In other words, until we can clear this thing up.
Wait a minute, Johnny. Do you think I'm going to put tails on both of them, on their house, on that plant for 24 hours a day?
Sergeant Bud.
Mr. Peters.
Sergeant, I knew it. I told you something like this would happen. And don't you see, after that last threatening letter, it was Pandora. It was she this killer was after.
Now, wait a minute.
Because it's been her money going into my invention, into the plant, and, this is terrible.
Wait a minute. What do you want, Conroy?
I'm sorry, Sergeant. I try to keep him from barging in this way.
What's the matter with you? Aren't you going to do something about this terrible thing that's happened?
Well, what terrible thing? You know what he's talking about, Conroy.
Yes, sir, Sergeant. You see, I'm the one that found the body.
The what, did you say?
The body?
Yes, don't you understand? Don't you understand? My wife, Pandora, she's been murdered.
Frontiers changed rapidly today. Mostly they seem to expand. Lately, they show even promise of expanding right into outer space. CBS News is presently covering the effort to break into space, and when the time comes to report news out in space, CBS newsmen will be looking for space helmets with room for microphones. Through the facilities of the CBS radio network, expanded CBS News, brought into your home hourly, combines with this station's local reports to give you up-to-the-minute accounts of events that change the world. Listen to expanded CBS News every hour on the hour, weekdays, here.
Your wife was murdered, Mr. Peters?
Yes, Pandora. Somebody killed her.
When, Mr. Peters? Where?
How should I know? I'll ask this policeman. He's the one who found her.
You didn't see her?
No, ask him. He's the one who knows about this horrible, terrible, awful thing.
Conroy?
If only you'd taken those letters seriously, we could have prevented this.
Mr. Peters, if you want our help, you've got to calm down and pull yourself together. Here now. Maybe you better take a slug of this.
No.
Take a drink. Take a drink of this brandy. Now, go on. Go ahead.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Please, officer, tell them what you found.
Yes, go ahead, Conroy.
Well, I was out in my prowl car, you see, in the Spring Road section, my regular beat.
Yeah.
Well, somebody reported there was a car blocking that little side road into the woods about half a mile this side of the Spring Road shopping section, you know?
Where, Pandora went to the meat market.
Yes, she always bought the meat at the same place out there. And she said that for dinner tonight...
Okay.
I can't...
All right, now, wait. Go ahead, Tom.
Yes, sir. Well, I investigated, and I found this car parked there with nobody inside of it, and the motor was still running, you know?
Go on.
So, well, I decided maybe I'd better look around, so I did. And that's when I found her. Over at the side of that little pond that's out there. Her head all bashed in.
No. Terrible way. Can't you say some other way?
Now, come on, please.
Go on, Conroy. Well, I went on back to her car, cut off the engine, and then went back to the prowl car. Got on the horn to headquarters to Lieutenant Briggs. He's in homicide, you know?
Yes, I know.
Well, him and Doc Campbell arrived at the scene a few minutes later, and I told them all I knew, and they took over. To the best of my knowledge, they're still out there.
Well, did you find the weapon that was used on her, Conroy?
Oh, no, sir. You asked me, Sergeant, it got thrown into that muddy little pond. You'll never find it in there.
Yeah, it may be.
No, sir. I mean, with all the mud in the bottom of that thing?
Yeah,
Must be a layer of it 10, 12 feet deep in the bottom, you know?
Yeah, okay.
I mean, with all the trees around it.
Okay, Conroy.
And I know. Account of some kids trying to swim in it last summer.
Conroy.
One of them got stuck. I had to haul him out. And if I hadn't have gotten there when I did...
Conroy, where and when did you find Mr. Peters?
Oh, I drove right out to his house, Mr. Dollar. I figured somebody ought to tell him.
I see. You were home by then, Mr. Peters?
Yes. I was worried sick when I found she wasn't there and had left no message. It wasn't like her. And, well, after those threatening letters, I knew something was wrong. I knew it. And when this officer came and told me what he'd found, Pandora.
Yes, sir. That's when he insisted I bring him right here to see you, Sergeant.
Yes.
You didn't take him to the spot out there in the woods?
No, sir. He had me bring him directly in here.
And, Sergeant, if you don't do something about this, if you don't find this killer...
Look, we're going to do everything we can now, Mr.
Well, if
Peters.
you'd done something before instead of just talking about it, this wouldn't have happened.
Mr. Peters.
No, there's nothing to worry about. It's only some crackpot, some troublemaker. It was a killer. Don't you understand that? It was a killer.
I'm telling you, we're going to do everything we can.
Mr. Peters.
Now, excuse me, I got to take this. Sergeant Biden.
My wife has been murdered.
Yes, he is, Lieutenant. For you, Conroy.
Me, huh? Okay, thanks.
Now.
Yes, sir?
Let's see now.
Oh, yeah. I guess I... Well, gee, I'm sorry.
Well, now what has he done?
Yes, sir, Lieutenant. Sure, whatever you say. I'll be out there right away.
Did you pull another boner, Conroy?
Well, I stuck the keys to that car in my pocket after I turned off the engine. The lieutenant wants them.
Well, go ahead then. Take them out to him.
Wait a minute. Can I see those keys, Conroy?
Oh, sure, Mr. Dollar. Yeah.
What? Just an ordinary set of car keys, Dollar?
Yeah. And that's why they give us the answer to this whole thing.
Yes, sir. Oh, I hope so.
You have a set of these, too, haven't you, Mr. Peters?
Why, yes, of course.
May I see him, please?
Yes, of course. Here you are.
Thanks.
Hey, will you look at that, Sergeant?
That's some gold nugget carved to look like a skull.
It's just a sort of a good luck talisman.
Good luck?
Yes.
I'm afraid, Mr. Peters, not for you.
What?
These are the keys your wife had early this afternoon when I talked to her. That means that to get hold of them, you had to be with her. Between the time I saw her and the time her body was found.
Dollar.
That also means, Mr. Peters, that... Well, do you want to tell us?
Well, I had to. Don't you see, I had to kill her. Because of the money. Because I needed the money for my invention. I had to kill her.
Sergeant, don't you think somebody better take this all down?
I sure do. Thanks.
Develop my invention.
So, with that full confession complete with signature, there'll be no problem. He did it. He'll pay for it. Expense account total? And I may as well include the work on my car. Do you think you can afford all of $20? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, the most unlikely crook I've met in a long, long time. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Johnny Dollar is written by Jack Johnstone. Produced and directed by Bruno Zerato Jr. Music supervision by Ethel Huber. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Rita Lloyd as Pandora Peters, Jim Stevens as Ted Newberry, Don McLaughlin as Sergeant Bud, Court Benson as Philip Peters, and Bill Lipton as Conroy. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Art Hanna speaking. Rizzuto Sports Time scores for the fans Monday through Saturday on the CBS Radio Network.
Johnny Dollar.
Hi there, Johnny. This is Jake Hessler, out here in Kingman, Arizona.
Well, hi, Jake. How are you? And how's Worldwide Mutual doing these days?
Me and Worldwide Mutual just fine. But it's one of my greater Southwest clients got me worried.
Well, I wish you'd make up your mind which one of these insurance companies you're really working for, Jake.
You want to know the truth, Johnny?
Let's have it.
Neither one of them, really. I'm trying so hard to retire and take it easy out here in God's country that I just don't. Why, do you know I myself haven't bothered to get out and sell a single policy in over 6 months now?
No kidding.
But as long as those two companies are willing to pay me good money just to head up an office for them and to trying to keep an eye on the boys they do have out selling for them, well, why not, huh?
Why not?
Only one trouble.
What's that, Jake?
Any problems come along, you just guess who gets them jumped right spang in their lap.
Well, what's the matter with that?
Huh? Well, what do you mean?
Well, all you do is turn around and dump them in my lap.
Oh, well now, Johnny.
Well, it's the truth, you old reprobate, and you know it. What is it this time, Jake?
Young fellow that was insured by the San Francisco office.
Yeah?
Old mine. One of those old ones over toward Lake Mojave.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and he's up and disappeared. So maybe you can come on out here and see if you can find him. Okay?
Well, as long as it means a chance to warm some of this winter chill out of my bones, and as long as I always manage to get in some good bass fishing out your way, and since you're willing to pay all my expenses while I do it...
Huh? For while you're fishing over at that Lake Mojave resort?
Why, as an old friend of mine by the name of Jake Hessler said just a minute ago, why not?
Well, you come out here and we'll see.
Okay, Jake. I'll fly out to Las Vegas, rent me a car, and see you sometime in the morning.
The CBS Radio Network brings you Mandel Kramer in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Greater Southwest Insurance Company branch office in Kingman, Arizona. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Golden Dream matter. Expense account item 1, $193.49 for a plane to New York, then a jet to Las Vegas. Item 2, $23 even. That covers a couple of taxi fares, dinner, a good night's sleep at the Hotel Sahara, then breakfast the next morning. Item 3 is $50 deposit on a rental car. I headed southeast through Boulder City and crossed Hoover Dam at the foot of Lake Mead. And again, I marveled at the way man's ingenuity had harnessed the tremendous power of the Colorado River. I headed south on 93. In the town of Kingman, Jake's office is on the main street above the Conroy Mercantile. Tall, lean, lanky, and well-tanned as always, he was wearing a white Stetson cowboy shirt, blue jeans, and fancy boots.
Well, now, maybe you will have a chance to get in some fishing over there to Lake Mojave, Johnny.
Nothing suit me better, Jake. You know it.
You see, the one man who can help you get on the trail of young Kingsley...
Kingsley?
Myron Kingsley, that young mining engineer I told you about that's disappeared.
Oh, I see.
And the man who's going to be the most help to you finding out what's happened to him is the manager of that Lake Mojave resort, Mr. H.R. Pratt.
Ham Pratt, I know him well, very well.
Yes, I know you do. And the old mine that Kingsley come to investigate the Golden Dream is right close by there.
Investigate how, Jake?
To see if somebody isn't being took, but royally.
How do you mean?
Well, some old coot name of Marty Spiller has been selling a lot of stock in the Golden Dream.
Uh-oh.
Mostly to people who live way back east.
Mm-hmm. And who aren't in a very good position to see just what they've bought into.
Right. Account of most of them, the suckers who fall for that kind of stock promotion are too poor to come out and have a look.
I know what you mean. Go on, Jake.
Well, there's one stockholder evidently got suspicious and could afford to do something about it. I mean, he hired young Kingsley to run down from Frisco to have a look-see and then make him a report.
Uh-huh.
Being a client of our company, Kingsley come around to me for directions. I sent him over there, told him to stay at the Lake Mojave place, and, that's the last I saw or heard of him.
When was that, Jake?
Been a week now.
I see.
But only 3 days since Ham Pratt phoned me that he hadn't showed up in his motel unit there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then. As long as Ham is the one who can put me on Kingsley's trail.
And I told Ham you'd be over.
Good. Then I'll hit the highway again.
Excuse me. Hessler. Well, we were just talking about... Huh? He sure is. For you.
For me?
It's Ham Pratt.
Oh.
Here.
Thanks. Ham, how are you?
Oh, pretty good.
Only pretty good?
It, looks like maybe you made this trip for nothing, Johnny.
What do you mean by that?
We found young Kingsley. Or, rather, what's left of him.
Oh?
In the water at the bottom of a deep, old, abandoned mine shaft. Must have slipped and fallen in.
I see.
Haven't been able to get down to him yet, but, well, I guess there's not much point in your coming over here now.
Ham.
Yes, Johnny?
Did you say an abandoned mine shaft?
Yes. One that's just been sitting there accumulating water in the bottom of it for years.
Then it's not one of those that he went to investigate.
Well, no, not exactly.
Well, maybe I had better take a look. I got back into my car and drove westward across the desert on Route 68 over Union Pass, then down the long 17-mile grade to Davis Dam. But instead of crossing it, I swung right for 3 miles to Lake Mojave Resort. As I got out in front of the office, Ham Pratt pulled up in his Jeep.
Leave your bags right there in your car, Johnny. Come on, we'll use it.
I am. Okay, whatever you say. Hey, how long you been packing a gun like that?
Well, you know, Johnny, in case we run across some jackrabbits or a coyote or something. Now get aboard.
Sure. Or something, did you say?
All right. I'll be honest about it. Since I talked to you, I kind of got to thinking about it.
Thinking about what, Ham?
Oh, about possibilities. Like maybe in case young Kingsley didn't just fall into that old mine shaft.
I know what you mean. After all, if Kingsley was a mining engineer...
And he was, Johnny.
And I mean a practical one, not just a student.
He's a good one. He knew his business.
Well, then he should have known enough to take care of himself and watch his step.
Right.
In other words... Well, do you have any ideas, Ham?
Plenty.
Like maybe the owner of the Golden Dream?
Who didn't want it shown up that he was selling stock in a worthless mine?
His name is Marty Spiller. He's the sort of character we don't like around here.
How do you mean?
Hang on now. Not much daylight left, so he'll take a shortcut onto this side road.
Okay. Oh, hey! You call this a road?
There's an old wagon trail they used to haul stuff in and out with a mule team. Don't worry. This Jeep will make it okay.
I hope so. You were going to tell me about this Marty Spiller.
Yeah, but better wait now till we get to the Golden Dream.
Have you ever ridden a Jeep? I mean, really ridden one of them? Well, like everyone else, I've seen pictures of the boys in the Army plowing through mud and sand, jumping over ditches, taking seemingly impossible hills in them, and so on. But until you have actually been on one of them, and I mean on, not in, until you have driven across this kind of rugged desert country, you ain't seen nothing. When the trail gave out, as it frequently did, where spring runoffs from the winter rains had washed rocks and boulders and sand across it, we simply bounced across the desert, leaping and straddling stream beds and washes and anything else that stood in the way. Wow! We'd come to a high, sandy hill, and instead of circling it, we'd go right on up the side in low gear, slowing only at the top to make sure that there wasn't a sudden drop-off. Then careen madly down the far side, flipping and skidding all the way. What a ride. But it finally got us on the main route to the Golden Dream, and the sun was getting low.
See her up there, Johnny, on the side of that mountain up ahead? And a couple of the shafts go well down below the bottom of that mountain.
Ham, don't you think maybe we better get out and walk that trail? It's just a ledge on the side of that thing.
If the mule wagons could hang on to it, we can. But now about Marty Spiller.
Yeah, tell me about him.
He stopped working the Golden Dream when the vein ran out in the late 30s. Then, along about 4 years ago, Spiller came along. And he's done only enough each year to keep his rights.
Just what has he done?
Johnny, all he's done is grind up and rewash the tailings. You know, the refuse material left over from the original washing or concentration or treatment of the ground up ore.
I guess that's the stuff that I've seen piled up outside all these mine tunnels that we've passed along the way, huh?
Yeah, just worthless rock, in which the valuable metals, the gold mostly, has been taken out.
I see.
Anyhow, by rewashing that stuff now and then, he's been able to back his claim that he's got a working mine.
Well, tell me, Ham, has he ever got any worthwhile amount of gold out of those tailings?
No, sir. But that hasn't kept him from selling a new issue of stock now and then.
Oh, boy, what a racket.
Yes, sir.
No wonder he'd want to get rid of anybody who'd know and be willing to testify that his mine is worthless.
Like young Kingsley. But until we can get his body up and prove that... now, wait, here we are.
Oh, boy. My aching back. Now then, let's see. Wait a minute, Ham. Isn't that the Golden Dream still up ahead there?
The main shaft and tunnels, yes. Grab one of those coils of rope and that big flashlight, will you? See a half mile away with that thing. Besides, it's getting dark.
Okay.
But the hole in this mound over here to the right, you see it with the timber rigging over it?
Yeah?
Well, come on now. We'll look over the edge. With that powerful flashlight, you'll be able to see the body down there for yourself.
All right. Listen, Ham.
Yeah?
Where is Spiller? Where's he been all this time?
Pretty good alibi, I'm afraid. Day after Kingsley got here, started poking around, Spiller apparently left.
Apparently, you say?
Yeah. Said he had to go over somewhere in California. Hadn't been seen around here since. Now, hang on to one of these timbers, and lean over the edge of this hole, and look down.
With the help of the powerful flashlight, I looked. About 100 feet straight down in that jagged-sided hole, floating in the water that filled the bottom of the shaft, was the body. Ham was absolutely certain it was Kingsley. So, job number one was to bring it up. Only then could we determine whether he'd been killed before plunging down there, and if so, how. And, if possible, by whom.
So if you'll lower me down there, Johnny, on one of these ropes, you can feed it around one of these timbers for a break, so if you let me down easy.
Just hold everything for a second, Ham.
Huh?
Look, you're the one with the big muscles, so I'm the one who's going down that shaft.
Well, now, listen.
No, I'd a lot sooner trust you to lower me properly than I'd trust myself to hold that heavy carcass of yours. Also, it'll give you the job of hauling up the body, and then me.
There you say, Johnny. Only it'll serve you right if I make you climb back up.
I tucked the big flashlight into my belt, and Ham slowly lowered me into that deep, black, rock-sided shaft. Hanging there on that rope, touching the sides only where there were juttings or ledges, was pretty exciting. I was glad the rope was a long one and that Ham was on the other end. Along the way, there were several small tunnels leading away from the shaft. But with the flashlight, I could see that they were only short ones, ending in piles of rubble. Until just before I reached the water.
Ham! Yes, Johnny? Hold it a minute. Right. Have you reached the body? No. What? Not quite. But there's a big tunnel. A clear one leading off from here. A big one. What? Looks like it might lead over to the main shaft of the Golden Dream. Now, wait. Huh? Let me snug this line so I can lean over and hear you better. There we are. Oh, look, forget it for now. I'll investigate on the way back up. I'm only a few feet from the body now, so lower away again. All right, Ham, lower away. Hey! Take it easy. Stop throwing rocks down here. Watch it, will you? That one almost hit me. All right, now lower away again. Ham? Lower away, do you hear me? Wait a minute. What goes up there? Who's pulling off those shots? The rope. The rope is slipping now. It's slipping.
No painless way has yet been discovered to extract money from your paycheck. Probably the nearest thing to it goes with the name of the payroll savings plan. Oh, you might notice a shrinkage in your check the first few paydays, but then something happens. You no longer expect to have that extra cash in hand. In effect, you forget all about it, except for those pleasant reminders that come your way periodically in the form of United States savings bonds. The payroll savings plan, the automatic, sure route to a secure future.
okay, so I cheated a little. When the rope that had been holding me suddenly slackened, it wasn't I that splashed into the water at the bottom of that mine shaft. Nope. It was one of the big rocks at the opening of the tunnel that I'd found down there. One of the 2 or 3 I'd grabbed at frantically to pull myself into the tunnel as the 100 feet or so of heavy rope came whipping down past me, and I barely made it. I kept the flashlight off so as not to show that I was still alive and kicking. Because then, after the more of the gunshots, and then huge boulders were rolled over the edge and plunged down where I was supposedly struggling in the water. Several more huge boulders came crashing down into the shaft, and thank goodness passed harmlessly by the mouth of my tunnel. But I didn't stick around to count them. Instead, using the light again, I tore on up the long, sloping passageway, hoping and praying it would somehow get me back to the surface. 6 times I had to clear away piles of rubble with only my bare hands. But I was thinking of Ham, of what might have happened to him, what still might happen to him. Finally, a pile of rubble blocked off the passageway entirely. But then through a low, narrow little side tunnel, so filled with debris where the shoring had given way that I had to crawl along on my belly, I reached the surface. It was quite dark by now, but I didn't dare show my light. Instead, I walked slowly, quietly around to get my bearings. And then I saw the Jeep, and above it the timbers Ham had used to snub the rope we outlined against the darkening sky. In silhouette, I could faintly see 2 men up there. But in the dark, I couldn't tell which was which. But at least I knew that Ham was still alive. But for how long? Because one of them was carefully tying the other one down to a 10x10 that lay only a few feet from the edge of the shaft. Had Spiller gone mad? Was he going to shove that timber with its human cargo into that shaft? No Indian ever crawled along over the floor of the desert any more softly than I did. And I cursed the fact that I hadn't a gun, that I'd left it with Ham to cut down my weight. A couple of times a jackrabbit jumped out from under my feet, and I hunched over and froze, hoping the man I was stalking would look around. Or if he did, that he'd mistake me for one of the many boulders scattered about, or a clump of sage. But then I came to a clear space, nearly 20 feet of it, that I had to cross to reach him. To reach him before he could shove that timber into the pit. It was so dark now, I could only see him as a blurred shadow. But all he needed was to hear me. Whichever one had the gun. I stopped, took a deep breath, then rose up to make the dash across the open space.
It's okay, Tony.
What?
Just take it easy.
Ham.
So that tunnel you found down there did bring you up and out, huh? Thank heaven you're okay, Johnny.
Ham, the main thing is that you're all right.
Except for a bump on the head from the butt of his pistol.
Marty Spiller,
Marty Spiller. Sneaked up behind me when I was letting you down there and really laid one on to me. When I came to, I saw him throwing rocks down there at you, so, well, I figured I'd better get up and stop him. I was tying him up just now, then fastening the line so I could work my way down and help you to get back up.
Ham, whatever gave you the idea that I was still alive?
Johnny, if a lousy punk like Spiller could kill off a man like you, well, this I gotta see.
I hope you never do. We brought up Kingsley's body the next morning. The bullet that had killed him before he'd been dropped from the mine shaft had come from Spiller's gun. A simple ballistics test proved that conclusively. So, again, it's up to the courts. Expense account total, $451.80. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. here's our star to tell you about next week's story. Next week? Well, as you listen to it, just remember that old saying. Ike and Mike, they look alike. And join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Bruno Zerato Jr. Music supervision by Ethel Huber. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Cliff Carpenter, Bob Dryden, and Sam Raskin. Be sure to join us next week, same time, same station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Warren Sweeney speaking.
You're probably the best private eye in the business. Well, I try to make a living as an insurance investigator, if that's what you mean.
Well, what I have in mind does not exactly come under the heading of insurance investigation.
Oh, then if you'd like me to recommend somebody to you.
But then again, it might.
What?
Does the name of Sarah Balderston Barling mean anything to you?
Yeah, wait a minute. The old dollar dealer who owns about half of the Southern Connecticut Water and Power Company?
That's right. She's a very important client of ours.
I thought you said this matter doesn't involve insurance.
It doesn't. Yet. I hope you can keep it from doing so.
Oh, now look, if this is one of those bodyguard assignments...
No, it isn't. And incidentally, in addition to your expense account, there'll be a sizable fee for your services.
Oh? Well, why didn't you say so in the first place? How much?
$5,000.
$5,000?
But if you think perhaps I'd better get...
Don't even think of it, Mr. Wakely. I'll be right over.
Bob Bailey, in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Eastern Liability and Trust Company, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the only one but matter. With a $5,000 extra fee dangling in front of my face, expense account item 1, naturally, was $1.10 for a cab to Fred Wakely's office in the Gregson building downtown on the square.
Glad you decided to take this on, Doc, after I mentioned fees to you.
Yeah.
Sit down, please.
Yeah, thanks.
You have the money, huh?
Well,
I suppose I can't exactly blame you.
Mr. Wakely, if I ever reach the point where I can turn up my nose at $5,000...
I mentioned Mrs. Sarah Balderston Barling.
Yeah. And as I understand it, she's one of the wealthiest people we
Well,
have.
it's really her daughter that we're concerned about, that she is concerned about.
Oh, I don't know.
Name is Truda Lynn Barling.
Truda.
She celebrated her 21st birthday about a month ago.
Oh, yeah, I remember. That big brawl the old lady threw for her must have made the headlines all over the
That
Eastern
brawl,
Circuit.
as you call it, was engineered by Truda Lynn herself.
Yeah, and as I recall now, the police had to put on a couple of dozen extra men to keep things under control. Champagne flowed like
The
water.
cost of that party, including damage to the hotel where it took place, must have run to $30,000 or $40,000.
Then this Truda Lynn must be quite a gal. I'd like
It was typical of many such incidents in the life of Truda Lynn Barling. Young, wealthy, completely spoiled, and completely rebellious against her mother's recent attempts at discipline. Well, to put it mildly, she's been quite a problem. Life at home with her mother has been one continuous battle. There's been about as much love between them these past few months. And believe me, Dollar, it's been as much her mother's fault as it has been Truda Lynn.
You mean for spoiling her so badly in the first
Yes.
place?
You see, her mother's only interest in life has been in adding to the fortune her husband left her.
Well, what has happened, Fred?
5 days ago, Truda Lynn simply packed up and left for parts unknown.
Oh?
And I'm certain it was more than mere coincidence that young Harvey Howard also left.
Who's Harvey Howard?
Harvey is a worthless young playboy who's been trying for some time to marry her, and very obviously only to get his hands on her money. Also, Lucy Taylor left town about that same time.
Who is she?
One of Truda Lynn's playmates. A young social climber who's been practically living off her for the past 2 years. Over Mrs. Barling's strenuous objections, of course.
So the three of them have just cut loose to run off and have a fling, huh? Any idea where they might have
Barling, you've got to find the girl. Somehow bring her back here.
Yeah, well, now, Mr. Wiggly, if she's 21.
Otherwise, my company stands a good chance of losing the literally millions of dollars worth of insurance policies of her mother's.
Yeah, but look, even for a $5,000 fee.
We'll make it 10. And must I remind you that it's hardly your place to question the reasons for an assignment given you by one of the companies you've agreed to serve?
10,000, huh?
Yes.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. With no trouble at all, I found the taxi driver who'd taken the missing girl down to the railroad station the morning she'd left home. Item 2 on the expense account, a $5 tip to him for the information that she'd been met there by young Lucy Taylor and Harvey Howard. Loaded with luggage, they'd all climbed aboard a train for New York. Item 3, 45 cents for a phone call to my old pal, Lieutenant Randy Singer at the 18th Precinct, New York Police Department.
What do you mean, do I know who Truda Lynn Barling is?
Well, do you, Randy?
Listen, she and a couple of her little buddies blew into town less than a week ago. And they've been raising so much cane around the nightclub circuit. Well, for a while there, we were thinking of putting on a flock of extra men.
Well, do you know where she's staying?
Yeah, Johnny. An expensive little apartment house over at 727 East 51st Street.
Thanks, Randy. When I get down there, I'll buy you a drink. Item 4, $8.75 for a quick lunch, then a train down to New York. Item 5, $1.50 for a cab to 727 East 51st. A real fancy place, and the doorman wore enough gold braid to sink a battleship. I showed him my credentials, and he had the elevator boy take me up to the single apartment on the whole 7th floor.
Straight ahead, sir.
Okay, thanks.
I see the door's open like it usually is, but maybe you better ring, sir.
Yes. Miss Barling? Miss Barling? Hello? Anybody?
Precinct. Sergeant
Give
Warren.
me Lieutenant Randy Singer in homicide. I told Randy what I'd found. Yeah, it was the body of Truda Lynn Barling, lying there in the middle of the floor. She may have been very pretty once, but the blows from a heavy bronze candlestick had changed all that. A half-finished cigarette with a touch of lipstick on it was still smoking in an ashtray, so it must have happened within the past few minutes. Quickly, I searched the apartment. I found nothing. Then, purely on a hunch, hoping he hadn't yet left headquarters, I made another call to Randy Singer.
I was just about to grab Doc Winters and hop into a prowl car. Now, be sure you don't touch anything,
Yeah,
Johnny.
sure. Now, listen, Randy.
Yeah?
Truda Lynn came down here from Hartford with a couple of playmates.
Yeah, Harvey Howard and a washed-out blonde named Lucy Taylor.
You know where they're staying?
Yeah?
Then if I were you, I'd pick them up and bring them along with you.
You think one of them did it?
Just a hunch.
Uh-oh. One of your famous hunches, huh?
Just bring them along, will you?
Okay, Johnny, okay.
After another careful look around the apartment of the murdered girl, I questioned the elevator operator and doorman. That is, after they calmed down a bit.
Well, I still think I better notify the management, Mr. Dollar. And if the cops is coming in...
Save it till later. Is there any way to get up to that apartment besides the elevator?
Only the service entrance at the back of it. But the only way anybody could get in there is if I let them in the service entrance downstairs here. Ain't that right, Willie?
That's right. Did anybody come here to see Miss Barling today?
Yes, sir. 2 people.
Yes, sir. Who?
Well, you see, about 2 hours ago, Miss Barling went over to see a doctor in that building across the street. Ain't that right, Willie?
Yeah, that's right. Dr. Thorson.
Been seeing him a couple of times every day.
I see.
Ain't that right, Willie?
That's right.
Then she come back here not more than a half hour ago. Said she was going to pack up her stuff and leave.
Yeah,
Ain't that...
yeah, go on.
Well, then her friend Miss Taylor come around to see her.
When?
Only a little while before you come. Ain't that right, Willie?
Yeah, that's right. Not more than maybe 10 or 15 minutes before you come.
How long did she stay?
Oh, maybe 5, 6 minutes.
Yeah, maybe less.
Maybe less.
Yeah, it seemed to me I no sooner come down and got settled, and I had to go up there when she rung the buzzer again.
You said that 2 people were up here to see Miss Barling. Who was the other?
It was a man.
Yeah,
Him and Miss Taylor both been here a lot of times.
You know his name?
Well, sure. Nobody ever gets in this building without giving their name unless we know him. Ain't that right, Willie?
That's right.
Well, who was he?
Name is Mr. Harvey Howard.
When was this?
Right after Miss Taylor left.
And they didn't come together?
No, sir. By the time her cab got down the street, his come rolling up.
How long did he stay?
Well, not any longer than the lady had. Ain't that...
That's right.
Then listen. I'm going across the street to see this Dr. Thorson. If I'm not back by the time the police get here, tell them where to reach me. Send for me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Mr. Dollar, from the first day that she moved into the apartment across the street. Sometimes a couple of times a day.
Well, what was the matter with her, Doctor?
Well, physically, she had what might best be described as a mild incipient peptic ulcer.
I see. And with all her nightclub drinking and smoking...
Strangely enough, despite Miss Barling's party-going proclivities, habits, she was quite the hypochondriac.
Oh?
Of course, all her tearing around, late hours during the first 3 days and nights here in the city did her no good.
Only the first few days?
Yes.
Hypochondriac, you say?
Yes. And as is often the case, Mr. Dollar, to someone like that, the doctor suddenly finds himself a close confidant, even on rather short acquaintance.
Go on, Doctor.
Well, in spite of telling me it was only to say goodbye and thanks, I think her visit today was more than anything else to boost her morale, self-confidence.
Why?
She'd suffered a considerable change of heart since running away from her mother.
Well, that's so.
Apparently, this was the first chance she'd ever had to really be by herself, think things out for herself. And she was getting ready to telephone and renounce the 2 leeches, is the best word I can think of.
The 2 who came down here with her?
Yes, she was going to telephone them, tell them that she was through with them. And then go back to Hartford, square things with her mother, and then possibly get a job, do something to make up for all the time she'd wasted just playing around.
Maybe you don't know it, Doctor, but what you just told me indicates that if she did suddenly throw them over, either Harvey Howard or Lucy Taylor, either one of them may have killed her.
Mr. Dollar, I believe you're right.
But which one? And how to prove it? Oh, great. I thought you were going to send over for me when the police got here.
Well, I was, Mr. Dollar. Ain't that right, Willie?
That's right.
But this lieutenant said not to bother.
That's right, Johnny. Hiya, boy.
Did you get hold of the Taylor girl and Harvey Howard?
Yeah, they're inside, locked up in a couple of bedrooms. Okay. You 2 can go on back downstairs now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well, have you found out anything?
Well, as for your hunch that this Taylor broad or this fishy-eyed Howard did it, well, it's probably a pretty good one, Johnny, but I'd like to see some proof.
Yeah, I thought you were bringing over a medical.
Well, the doc and one of the boys from the lab just left. Meat wagon will be along in a little while to take this to the morgue.
Did they find anything? Any prints?
Well, whoever did it must have worn gloves.
Where'd you find these 2 kids?
Well, it's Miss Taylor. Say, she's quite a dish, Johnny.
Oh?
Yeah, the kind you'd expect to pick up at the back door of a cheap stripper joint. Why a girl with money like Truda Lynn Barling would ever let somebody like that get their hooks...
Where did you find it?
In her hotel room at the Lex, packing up and getting ready to leave. To go back to Hartford, she said.
And Harvey Howard?
In his room there at the Lex, also packing to leave.
They're the only ones known to have been up here today.
Yeah, I checked it out real good with that dumb doorman and the elevator boy. And I'm sure that nobody could have gotten up here without their knowing about it.
So we've got to show up to one of these 2 that murdered Truda Lynn.
It proves they both did it.
When they came up here separately?
Oh? I didn't know that.
Yeah, let's talk to them.
Yeah. Just unlock that door beside you.
Right.
Oh, Noir police?
All right,
well, I'd like to
come
see
on.
you prove I killed
Maybe
Truda
I will,
Lynn.
Harvey.
You think you are keeping me cooped up like this? Why don't you do something with the body of poor Truda Lynn lying there?
Your, dearest friend, huh?
Yes, of course you... Who are you?
This is Johnny Dollar, you 2. He's a special investigator.
Oh? Well, go ahead and investigate, Mr. Dollar. Just keep me out of it.
All right, Harvey.
Aren't you going to serve cocktails? It's cocktail time,
I
you know.
said all right. Lucy, you came up here to see Miss Barling a little while ago.
That's right.
Why?
I've been seeing her every day since we all came down here to New York. Anything wrong with that?
You were pretty mad at her for bringing you down here and then suddenly telling you she was going to leave and go back to Hartford, weren't you?
What?
Or do you want to pretend she didn't call you and tell you that?
All right. Maybe she did. But I thought that if I could see her and talk to her, I could sort of straighten things out, you know. Only when I got here, she wouldn't let me in.
She didn't let you in?
Just slammed the door in my face, so I left.
Did she, Lucy? Then why is it I found the door ajar when I got here?
So maybe she opened it again after You were here?
Of course. She telephoned to me, told me the same thing.
The door was ajar.
Yes.
So you came on in?
No. No, of course not. It wouldn't have been possible.
Oh, now, wait.
I rang the bell and knocked, but I got no answer, and I decided she'd already left, so I went back to my hotel and why lie about it?
Yeah, tell us why, Harvey. Well, Harvey.
I did come in. I found her body lying here. I knew I'd be suspected of killing her. The only thing I could think of was getting away.
That's a lie. You came in here and killed her.
No.
You found her sitting here in the chair, and you sneaked up
No.
on her and...
You know something? I think she's right. Got a pair of gloves on you, Harvey?
Why, yes. I always carry gloves.
Even in the summer?
Of course.
So you put them on to avoid leaving fingerprints. Miss Barling was sitting here in the chair, her back to the door, quietly smoking a cigarette. Yeah, I found the ashes, and the ashtray was still warm.
No, please, listen.
Wait a minute.
Huh, Johnny?
Brother, how stupid can I get?
Well, what do you mean by that?
Lucy, you swear you didn't come in here?
Yeah, I'd be struck down if I did.
Maybe you will.
I told you. Truda Lynn slammed the door in my face when I came here to talk to her. She wouldn't let me in.
Okay. Randy, that cigarette.
Yeah, what about it?
It was still burning when I got here. It had lipstick on it.
And you didn't save it, Johnny?
No, but it turns out I didn't need to.
Don't you see? What the lieutenant said was true. She was sitting right here with her back to the door.
That lipstick was yours, Lucy. The cigarette was yours.
I tell you, I swear I didn't come in here.
Not Miss Barling's, Johnny?
Suffering from an ulcer, seeing a doctor a couple of times a day about it, smoking.
No, you're right. She didn't smoke.
Yeah. Want to let the lieutenant have your gloves, Lucy?
No, why?
And, Randy, you want to bet the lab will find microscopic traces of bronze on them from that candlestick she used to kill Truda Lynn?
All right, Miss Taylor. Hand them over.
Yeah, guilty as sin. But you know something? If that pretty boy Harvey had found her alive when he'd arrived, I'm not so sure he wouldn't have done her in. There are times when I'm glad I'm not rich with a bunch of these leeches hanging around grabbing it by dough. Which reminds me, that nice extra fee you promised me in this case. Expense account total, including transportation back to Hartford, $25.55. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a frantic fisherman who proves to be the key to a murder. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey. Originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Les Tremaine, Herb Vigran, Alan Reed, Frank Gersel, Jack Edwards, and Jack Grimes. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Jim Matthews speaking.